Oh, yeah. Sam, you want to count us in?
3, 2, 1. Fidelio.
There it is. So, for this week's one quick thing before we begin, what is your character's favorite song? You can give just the title or the main line of the song after the title, not an entire song. Let's start. Oh, it's been a while since we've started with Gary. Gary, what's your character's favorite song?
I'm gonna go with Five Ida Wind.
Okay. All right. Lesterin, what's your character's favorite song?
Children of the Smith.
All right. I like it. Lolly, I dread asking this, but what's your character's favorite song?
WAP. Wandering Adventure Party. It's about letters.
God damn it. God. All right. And, oh, hey, Jyotis is here.
Hey.
Latham, what's your character's favorite song?
So long ago when Latham was in a village when he was young, this old man, what we call Artificer these days, had a small box that would play music, strange music from an unknown land. Cincinnatus is what he heard it as. And one particular artist he liked was Kiana of the West, as far as he can. So there was lots of other similar artists that he really liked. But Kiana of the West was one of his favorites.
God damn it! Of course, you two. Jyotis, bring us home. What's your character's favorite song?
He has two for two situations.
Of course you do.
Yep. His working song, his favorite working song and drinking song, and generally fun time song is "What Would You Do with a Drunken Ogre?"
Makes sense.
It's a sea shanty.
Also
makes sense.
And any other time when he's just looking to chill out or
listen to lo-fi beats.
Yep. Have a good reflection time. His favorite song is "A Hero Comes Home."
Okay.
It is so disgusting and graphic.
I've learned things about our characters tonight. None of them good.
I sent you the lyrics to both my songs.
Oh, I know you.
Do you want me to write some lyrics for mine?
No. I am so utterly terrified of what the lyrics for Wandering Adventuring Party will be. So, thanks, but no thanks.
Oh my goodness. I'm glad I came in at the right time.
I'm curious. Let's compose it together, Brittany.
Okay.
You two can be curious with each other in some far-off flung corner and not ruin my brain vein. Thank you. Brit, you can have a point of inspiration for ruining my brain.
Yay!
Also, Latham, there is now, it's canon. There's a West.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
So,
With all that power.
Oh dear.
all right. Would anyone like to summarize what happened last game? Oh, by the way, y'all can sign into Astral when you're ready.
Oh yeah,
I'm signing in right now. Actually.
I'm working on it. It hates me, just so you know.
I mean, I'll take a shot at it. But I think I still have my inspiration from previously.
You can't get double inspiration. But...
I know. Well, last time we started out in the housing area, and we kind of figured out that it was mostly mind construction, like it was constructed via brainwaves. And turns out we could affect it with our brains, which was handy at some points and disturbing at others. So we Lolly figured out that we could ask the realm, so to speak, where the children were, and it illuminated a path along the floor by using our heads. And right as we rounded the corner, there was an interface that started playing a hologram of things from the past. And at the end of the hologram, it was taken over by the irrevocable. And we had our first bit of battle with
The irrelevant.
What now?
we had a first bit of battle with the irrevocable, and it was slightly terrifying. But Latham pulled out a really good attack against it by using his big brain to think gravity right underneath of it, and it like kind of put it in a black hole for a brief little bit.
Yeah,
And then it decided to break out of it. Yeah. And it summoned a bunch of shades, and we had to fight the shadows. And they were all two-dimensional beings, so they kind of were hard to hit sometimes. And we eventually kind of fought it off, but we didn't kill it. It just kind of slunk back into the shadows. And we rounded the corner, and we were about to yeet ourselves through the portal when Jyotis remembered that we were supposed to get some suits. That was the whole point of coming to this floor, was to get suits of, like some kind of psionic suits or protection suits. And so we had the floor illuminate the path back down where we had come from. So we backtracked, where we found the missing party that had gone missing a week beforehand. And only their priest was basically coherent. The rest of them were kind of in a trance that he was basically using all his power to keep them from the irrevocable. And he was keeping their brains intact. And they were all wearing the suits for protection. And Bixbic thought that we should just take the suits from him, and we decided to go against that. And she didn't like it. And so we became concerned that Bixbic was kind of getting closer and closer to murder. So we decided that we would escort that party back up to the portal and take them to Dale and Led and leave them there, and then we would find the irrevocable from there. However, when we went through the portal, apparently Bixbit told us that she sent the party to Dale and Led. We have yet to find out. But we were all ported instantaneously to the psych ward. Otherwise known as children's research.
Research and development, it was referred to throughout as well.
Yes, it was. Research and development. Where we had our boss fight with the irrevocable. And it was a major boss fight. And lots of scary things happened. And lots of people took damage. Garret took lots and lots of damage. And many things went down. Lestrin used the great sword very effectively against the shades in both fights, because the sword has special powers against them apparently, and could take them out in one swing basically. And we somewhere at some point through the battle we guessed that the irrevocable was getting power from the goblin children, who were indeed in the area, all in their own little cages. And we decided to start helping them and trying to free them and send them on their merry little way, trying not to be afraid of the irrevocable to give them more power. But the irrevocable was able to frighten most of our party. So it was still getting power. And we fought it for, I think, almost an hour and a half game time.
Yeah, it was a good
battle.
long fight.
It's a good battle, and it started like we gained the upper hand eventually as we broke some of the, like Lolly and Latham were able to console some of the goblins and basically just charm the heck out of them. And it started losing a bit of power, which I'm guessing gave us the upper hand, and it started to run away, and Garret saved the day by goading it into attacking him one last time, and Lestrin used his amazing brain power to boot stomp his way over to help Garret with the last fight of the irrevocable, and Latham shot it between the eyes at the very end. And it fell dead as far as we know.
As far as we know.
And that's where we're at right now. And there's a couple of charmed goblin children that are heading towards the
teleportation
portal,
circle.
which we should probably stop because it was safer to send them through the portal when the Revocable was alive, but now that the Revocable is supposedly dead, there's lots of scary things through that portal, like shades and other things, and Big Spit.
I'm sure she's fine.
Mm-hmm.
She seems like
Yeah,
a cool
Jyotis,
person.
that was an excellent summary. That was pretty spot on of everything going on, and yeah, I'm gonna stop there because I think that was just a good summary. So, and by the way, Latham, last game, one quick note. I can't tell you how much damage you did to that thing in its first phase that had me go, oh wow.
Yeah.
So you being like, oh no, it shouldn't be me to finish it off. Screw you. You had great DPS due to me failing a save very badly, and even with resistance, taking the gravity crush. So yeah, no.
You crushed it.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if the gravity crush actually did damage or if it was just like cool. Now it's a black squish.
I think it squished it quite a bit, actually.
It squished. It got pancaked because. So like with legendary resistance, you can choose to make the save, but here's the thing: it failed the check about the cognition of what was happening. So it was still going to take half damage, which half of 100 is still 50 points of damage.
You rolled 100. Oh, okay, 50 point, half of its health. Got it.
It had way more than that. And then also, like, the whole... Now that we're done with it, I can feel safe to say this, but its ability to take multiple actions in a round and its ability to use layer actions and its regeneration were tied to those children. So every time you guys saved one, it became a little less strong.
Yeah, we didn't quite get the children out of there, so they would stop contributing in time to really see
No,
that.
but the charm and the
on the right
suggestions
way.
did start to really undermine it. And not to mention just everyone making their saves so I couldn't throw them in a cell.
Oh my
That
gosh.
It was ridiculous.
We all did
By
get pretty
a hair
lucky with
every
that.
time.
Yeah, I forgot that part. Every time it tried to drag us off, we're like, oh, just kidding.
Nah, I think I'll wait.
Right, no, I'm good
I
here.
don't want to go in there. I'm
Yeah.
That box smells like despair. I don't know. I'm good.
I don't need a timeout. You need a timeout.
not the boo box.
The boo ball.
So, as we begin tonight's game, Gary, Lesterin, you two watched the Irrevocable fade to nothing after Latham unleashed one last bolt to hit that little memory crystal in the center of its head. The bolt spun it off, and without that, the thing started to flicker and fade. And it first became almost two-dimensional, and then looked rather akin to a child's drawing of what a monster was, just dark and ashen, and then it melted. This time, though, it was not a goo blob on the floor. It melted into nothing. Like the very idea of it stopped. The area surrounding you appears to have two large, fiendish-looking statues. Each statue is between 15 to 20 feet tall. And they are surrounding this altar with what appears to be an ox head that also seems to be drawing some sort of hidden power. Meanwhile, Jyotis, you, Latham, and Lolly see the two goblin children slowly making their way towards the portal, because that's where they were going to go.
Guys, we should stop the kids. Stop the kids before they go through the scary portal.
Goblin
Yeah.
children, stop! Goblin noises. Does anyone
Stop,
speak
stop.
Goblin?
I mean, they're at least one of them is going to listen to what I say, and that's going to be hippity hop, damn it, stop.
That
They do speak
is
common,
incredible.
but also hippity hoppity, damn it, stoppity is, yeah, that works.
Thank you.
Now I cast thaumaturgy and repeat hippity hoppity coppity sorry.
Oh my god.
And your
Thank you,
voice
Porter.
echoes throughout, and Latham's stopped when he said it. All the rest stop when you say that.
Mm-hmm.
And ironically, one of the little ones that was hidden, that you hadn't seen, comes out of stealth.
I am.
And all three of these are about half the size of the adult goblins that you fought in Raisha and before that at the lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
But all three look aged and decrepit. The two females appear to have both a combination of baldness and wilted white hair. Their skin is very wrinkly, half their teeth have fallen out, and they're just walking so slow. Meanwhile, the one male goblin has this like male pattern baldness going, where he's got that skullet, and his eyes have faded with what you can see is yellowish cataracts across them.
Whoa. So they've grown older in a short amount of time? Much older? Yeah. I think we should ask Dale and Led about them. Not sure this can be fixed, but maybe we'll get lucky.
Something was sapping their energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really too bad none of you got to tier 5 exhaustion. It would have been great.
Oh.
I don't know what you
Is
define as
great the
great.
appropriate word?
It sounds like the opposite.
He did.
Well,
voice.
like the greatest
See?
generation.
Uh-huh.
No, he did the voice. See, that's what I was afraid of.
Oh no. Sam knows.
Was it a posh British voice?
Oh, that's true. That's the worst voice.
Anyway, so
Well, we should corral him and probably just get him to hold on for a minute, because I don't truly think that portal is going to let us go back to where we need to go while Bixbit is controlling it.
I agree. I think we need to. I'm not sure all the corruption is removed, and I think we need to do our best to either shut Bixbit down or remove the corruption completely.
I'm not sure any of it has been removed,
Yeah.
considering
Also-
the way she has been behaving.
Also, there's a lot more pods over here.
Uh-huh. And a lot more goblins.
Okay, kids, stay close to me.
Hey.
Follow the butterflies. Can I imagine some little like butterfly winged rats flying around them?
Butterfly rats.
Yes.
To try and corral them up, like chase the butterflies.
Yeah, it's something akin to minor illusion.
Okay.
Butterfly winged rats do appear.
I
as you
mean,
They're so cute.
just make bats, Lowy. Okay.
Do this to the butterflies. Do they react like children, or do they act like the
Adults.
elderly?
Do they act like Pizza Rat or
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Like, are they fascinated by the butterfly rats?
Carlo Formaggio.
I mean, it looks like they'd like to eat them, but they're super slow.
Oh,
Okay,
we should probably give them some
arthritis.
food and stuff, huh? Yeah. Who's got rations?
Wait, didn't something?
I have a
corrupt
ton of
all
rations.
I thought something corrupted all of our rations.
Yeah.
That was in my game, I think.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was in
that's
Mikey's
fine.
game. He broke
Oh,
your
okay.
rations.
I ruined your rations. It was all my fault. I regret nothing.
Hey,
I give
Ollie.
rashes, he breaks rations.
Lolly, maybe we should get the kids like right about here, and I think we're gonna need you to do your door trick. There's a
Okay.
lot more goblins over here.
Okay. Come on, kids. Stay close to the butterfly rats. Alright, I'm gonna stop by this door over here and do the like wave motion that Molly taught us.
Hmm.
Actually, I'm gonna observe the wave motion when she comes to this one because I'm
Yeah, like
curious.
Yeah,
Like-
so that does work. The goblin child comes out nice and slowly. This one is also male. It has all of its hair, but it's split down the middle and super, super, super thin strands of it. And it's half bent over, almost like it's suffering from severe scoliosis.
Oh
And
my
it looks up at you and it says, "You look funny."
Haha, thanks. I'm a clown. Clown, clown, clown.
That's funny.
Alright. I go up to where Jyotis is, and in front of this door, I show
wanna
him
see
the
you do
Macarena
it.
magical dance.
I want to
Okay.
watch her do it.
Yeah. No worries. Give me
Hey,
just a
open
second.
door.
So you watch as Lolly basically does the action that she's done numerous times before now. And you get the sense that she is reaching into the cognitive realm and doing a little bit of will sculpting. Like this one, this is something that requires a check. The reason that Lolly can do it naturally is because she succeeded enough towards become like second nature.
Well, I'm gonna attempt to speed up the process.
And this little goblin comes out, Lolly, looks at you and just, "Is he dead? I don't feel scared anymore.
It's gone away.
Oh, good.
Go chase rat butterflies.
Okay."
Hang out with your buddies. Did you happen to see a bunch of little kids or this girl? And I hold up my drawing of Molly.
I've never seen that girl, but we are kids.
Oh,
You know, the others
you're not the goblins?
we're goblins, but we're
Oh, no. Did
kids.
you see like other like humanoid kids too?
No?
Okay. Well, stay close.
Okay.
Hey,
All right.
Macarena.
Jyotis, you said you were going to attempt to speed this process along.
Yeah,
How?
while I was watching Lolly do the thing, and then I'm gonna copy it in
Okay.
front of this
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana check.
And a performance check.
Well, it's an
Hey, Macarena.
18
Ah.
dice.
Yeah, no, that's
And-
plenty good to open your first door.
Okay.
Tell me what
Do I need
goblins
performance too, or just Arcana?
No, just Arcana.
Sweet. Does this door open then?
It does. And your little goblin child comes out,
Hey,
looks at
buddy.
you really quick, and just, what you?
Well, technically, I'm a hybrid being.
What hybrid?
A Simic hybrid.
Simic
Simic.
hybrid.
But here, have some
Simic
food.
hybrid. Ooh.
Simic. Have some food and take this food over to your buddies over there. See them all playing with the butterfly things over there?
No.
Over here. See, over this way. And he gestures.
It points up to its eyes and just, I went blind. Don't know when.
Oh,
but
well, here.
I went blind.
Garret, would you mind leading this one to the rest of them, if you're able?
Right. You follow my voice. Come along.
What you?
I'm a smelly human.
Takes a whiff and then smell better than Simic hybrid.
I probably smell like fish.
That's not his fault.
He means
Bob, I
well.
want to look at this brass-looking thing over here.
Oh, I'm glad you do.
I only want to
Because
get
I
that.
mean-
Two of the boss battle guys.
Yeah, I wanted to look at that too, but I think the children were more important, so I walked away.
That's
I didn't
okay.
care.
Lestran's like, yeah, the group's got this. So Lestrin, as you approach, you don't speak any of the languages that are written over these areas, but you can roll me a religion check.
An 18.
Whew, that's a pretty good religion check. I'll give you one of the two. The one in the lower corner is a statue of Pazuzu, one of the malevolent fiends of the abyssal worlds that can teleport and come to where it wants. It normally trades and bargains and deals that start off where it saves you and asks for nothing at first, but then you get dependent on it.
Oh, somebody's getting super sweet Warlock powers.
Okay. Ooh, dude, gnarly.
The other one is this tall, muscular creature that you've never seen or heard anything about before.
What about the rest of the altar? Can I tell if it's just an altar?
It is an altar. It does appear to have something on it. Give me 1 second. I gotta pull up a thing. Where is it? Where is it?
Over there.
Say a prayer. Ah, there it is. Hello. It's this elegant red and black outfit, as far as you can tell. You have no idea how it's working on the altar, but there's this almost blood or magma-like effect spilling out from it into the altar that seems to be drawing power from it. The outfit looks as though it is a mixture of leather and fine silks. But beyond that, you can't tell much about it.
Okay. I want to go around to the back here because I don't really want to stand on the brass circle.
Which one of those two did you walk by?
The the blue one.
Duly noted.
Oh no.
What you doing back
What I
there?
actually knew about.
That one was
I'm gonna-
Pazuzu, right?
Yeah.
I want to take my javelin and try to shimmy the object off the altar.
Oh, this will be fun. Roll me a sleight of hand check
Sleight of
Okay.
hand?
with disadvantage because you're using a javelin.
Okay.
Javelin.
I'm sorry, is sleight of hand on an altar?
It's if Sam's doing what I think Lestrin is doing, it's it's carefully trying to lift something off.
Sure.
Unless you're just trying to like go fishing.
A 15.
That's good enough.
Alright. Nice.
It's not that you wouldn't have gotten it, it's the amount of ripping. As you pull it off, you see that those magma-like lines become almost like blood and capillaries that slowly stretch out, and you get it up and off the altar, and you now have some leverage on it. It would probably take a strength check to get it the rest of the way.
Okay. Ooh. 19.
Yeah, that's good enough. You hear this sinew snapping sound. It's like, and it sounds almost akin to torn flesh as you rend it off. And then all that energy is gone.
I hope we didn't screw it up. So, what do I have? A lump of cloth that I ripped?
It is a little ripped, but it seems to be repairing itself. Like, as you hold it, you watch it mend itself. The little fibers have these little orange sticks come out, and again, almost like a sewing effect happens to it, where back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then suddenly healed. No sign of any tear to begin with.
Can I I don't know if I want to touch it with everybody else being across the room. I'm gonna let it hang on the javelin and go back out to the middle of the room, and I want to set it on the ground over here.
Okay. Are you walking by Pazuzu again?
Yes.
Okay. Duly noted.
Okay, I'm gonna set it down over there.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you've brought this. Again, it is a very snappy looking outfit now that you can set it down and not be distracted by giant demon/devil statues. But oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No,
you go
you
ahead.
go.
No, I was just gonna say, what is everybody else doing? Did they finish rounding up the kids?
I'm opening a door.
Lolly opened. I was going to say Lolly opened at least 2 doors at this point. Jyotis, I do need one more check from you to confirm.
23 Arcana.
Yeah, that's good enough. You can now open doors.
Woo.
And Jyotis or Lolly, you two would notice that there is a Bixbit control module that is active up in that corner of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, kids, don't ever touch that. It smells so bad. And look, you can fly if you think hard enough. Whee!
Careful with that, Lolly.
Lolly, roll an intelligence check on that.
I love the bubble sounds, just as she said that.
I know. That was me drinking water. I don't regret it at all.
That was perfect.
Just straight intelligence?
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, you do it. It takes a second. You can tell that this realm is definitely not attuned like the previous realm was. Mm-hmm. This realm has some astral energy ambient in it, but it is much harder to attain those goals, and that's why you have to reach for it. But sure enough, you nail it, and you now have a fly speed equal to your walk speed in this area.
Whoa. Jyotis is gonna stare down this hole. What does he see?
Make a perception check.
Perception.
Your own death.
Fly over. What's down here?
The dag of a tree. Perception. That's a 17.
Cool. Now make a wisdom saving throw. And Lolly, I'll take a wisdom saving throw.
Awesome. Wisdom save.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, 19. 19.
Plus
Oof.
Okay.
Plus 6.
So both of you look down, and you get the sense that there's just nothing. It's a fall into nothingness, and then
Ooh,
you
it's like
start
when I fell on the bridge.
to see it like a dark ocean. Waves.
Is this the astral
And something
sea?
stirs beneath it.
Ooh.
Teeth and eyes. And in that one self-preservation reaction, Lolly, you fly up just a little bit more, and Jyotis, you take a step back and break eye contact. You both look at each other and realize that looking down that hole's a real bad idea.
Oh, I don't want to go there.
No kidding. I'm gonna say that's part of the corruption.
Can I try and do a will sculpt to, like, cover this with, like, even just a little no fishing sign?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. 16 plus 3, so 19.
That's good enough. Again, it takes you time because this is much harder in this realm, but you slowly roll out some sort of blockade for it, and you can pick the color and style. But yeah, if you want to know fishing sign, what was that?
It's a glittery pink fishnet, and
Okay.
a sign like somehow it's made of wood in this area, and it says no fishing.
Of course it does. Is fishing spelt correctly?
Sure.
All right.
What do those of us not over the pit of despair and eternal doom see going on?
Latham, you actually can make a religion check as Lestrin comes over with what is equivalent of a fancy suit on a stick and then puts it down on the ground in front of you.
Be 19 plus 5, 24.
All right. Well, you would know what this is with that.
Ooh.
This.
What do I know what this is with that?
It is a treasure called the Advocate's Doublet. And it is a red and black outfit with 6 burnt orange steel buckles and demon leather belts. It was woven in the ichor silk from the blood of a fiend lord as terms of their surrender to Pleonixia. In the Chronicles of the Devil Star, Pleonixia crafted this outfit to remind the other malevolents of what fate arrives those who displease them.
Oh my.
Much of the power that was once within these robes has been siphoned by the Gith for research and for running this realm. These clothes appear to magically mend themselves to counteract daily wear and tear. And this outfit, at least according to the legends that you know of, can repair itself even if it's mostly destroyed.
And this is what we saw over going on with Lolly, or is this what we're seeing? What I'm seeing over?
That's what you're seeing from Lestrin. Now, the thing from Lolly, her and Jyotis describing something, you would automatically know that's the influence of Dagon.
Okay, so like cool. Dagon over there, damn good robes over there.
Dagon.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right.
Jyotis has a thing about Dagon, but he needs to read more in world.
Yeah, so those robes, that's what's in this. Can I ping? That's what's on the statue that's kind of to the north.
That is now in front of you because Lestrin successfully went javelin fishing.
Yep. By the way, did I assume Latham described some of that he's like?
I don't know. We'll let Latham determine that.
I'm still walking up and checking it out. I don't know if I recognize what it is.
Well, that's fine. If you hadn't told us out loud.
Yeah, no, I'm off myself for the moment.
Latham, you would know that this is a powerful regal artifact. Like that's
shiny. Being the interesting person he is, walks over and is it on the stand or like how is it actually like is it inside this magic contraption?
Lestrin just went over and plopped it on the ground unceremoniously. You know, like just the literal personification of the treatise of the malevolence dropped.
Very dwarf.
Yeah, I just kind of shimmied it off the end of my javelin.
Got it. Mind if I hold on to this there, Lestrin?
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and add that to your character sheet then, sir.
Go ahead. We also should be finding each other's items.
For some sick ass robes.
For the record, I wanted it to be a barrister's wig.
I was hoping for a bearskin.
All right.
It is now in your inventory, sir.
Delightful.
Jyotis is going to open the door while he's doing that.
Okay.
For the last little bit of goblins.
Yeah. You obtained the last goblin child.
And lead them to the others with food.
Yeah.
Crackers?
Again, this one
How many
actually
of my
had 2
rations?
goblin children.
Mm-hmm. Are they in bad shape? Or pretty much the same as the rest?
Pretty much the same as the rest. They're old, feeble, look on the verge of expiration, but not quite there yet. They just look happy to be free again. And you can see the ones playing with the, for lack of a term, butt rats. They are having a great time. And despite being slow and feeble, they are genuinely playing. And goblin play is a bit more horrifying because they keep trying to grab them, bite them, and eat them.
Oh. Jyotis is going to use magical tinkering and make himself a pinwheel. and hand it to one of the goblins.
He turned himself into a pinwheel?
No, not himself. Making a pinwheel.
Mm-hmm.
I have given them rations from my pack as food. So
And-
how many among them should they have eaten by this point?
So 3 of them splitting it would make 1 whole ration. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just go with 4 rations.
I've also given him a ration, so...
Oh, yeah, so that would cover that last one. So there you go. And at first they weren't too keen on sharing, but as more and more food kept appearing, they got more into the communal sense of things. Like, you can very much tell that their animalistic instincts were in the forefront of their brain on that survival tangent, but they're calming down now.
Awesome.
Huh.
Rations removed.
Crap. I think
By
I
the
just deleted
way-
all of my rations.
Ah!
I still have quite a few, actually. More than I had thought.
No, I mean, I accidentally deleted them from my inventory instead.
Corrupted rations in this game too.
Yeah.
Told you I'd tag you back for that, Mikey.
So...
Yeah, just don't click remove. You just click the negative.
Yeah, because I was sitting like 2 feet away from my monitor, and I thought it was.
Yeah. It's way misleading how they designed that.
It really is, actually. I've done that a couple times already where I'm like, I just want to take one away. Remove. Oh.
Well, you removed it.
Yep, it's
Mission
gone.
accomplished.
So we have the children gathered there, and like they're all looking pretty old, right?
Yeah,
Let's
they
shut
all
up.
All right.
They all
Let's not
look, well, like this is the last years of their life. Like, that's how they look.
Well, so Latham starts handing them out like those little business cards. Say, hey, it's times like this that you really may want to consider something like term life insurance.
Oh my goodness.
You're cursed.
Oh.
Let me tell you all about
deception
annuity.
or a persuasion? Like, okay, go ahead
Contracts.
and
These are all contracts. I'm not
roll for it.
deceiving them.
That's our lawful neutral.
These are good faith negotiations.
Persuasion.
Handing out life insurance to children is just, that's a prime D&D right there.
Base 18.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Yeah, most of them take it and don't eat it. You get a couple of
Good job.
questions of what is life insurance? Does it mean
We'll
that
talk
we stay
later.
alive longer?
It ensures that you live.
Uh-huh. We can also talk about annuities.
Annuities. Oh dear.
Talk about nudies. And you just hear all of them start cackling.
He said nudie.
You made it funny. All right.
Any ideas how we should get them to lead and dare?
Yeah.
Jyotis is
Follow
just
the
wandering
leader.
off on his own, which is always a good thing.
I decided to stop that when I saw what was ahead.
Let's play
What?
follow the leader.
Following the leader.
Well, none of them
I'm
should get
the-
near that hole in the floor over there. In fact, none of us should get near that hole in the floor.
Lolly
over
has
there.
Don't worry,
covered
I
it
took
with
care
a
of it.
very effective pink fish net
Mhm.
and a no fishing sign.
Yep. Yep.
Pretty clear.
It's
Okay.
very clever. There
Very
is a
effective.
big
I still want to see what was up there.
I do too, but who's gonna go that way and who's gonna stay with the kids?
I'll stay with the kids.
I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea to split up right now.
Yeah,
Maybe we can come back.
Shall we attempt to talk to Bixbit and see if there any other corruption has been removed?
Worth a shot. She's probably still pissed off at us.
Probably.
Only a little.
Aha. Hi, Bixbit.
Hello, Jyotis.
How are you feeling? Have we done away with most of the corruption?
Some of it. The Irrevocable was utilizing infernal energies to further the corruption and hasten it. Unfortunately, that element remains despite the Irrevocable's untimely demise.
I see. And is it on this floor somewhere?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the best way to remove it? Radiant
Unknown.
light? Unknown.
That may work, but this one cannot create solutions to it as part of its self-preservation. That would indicate that it is, in some sense and semblance, a living corruption.
In other words, it might damage you if we remove it completely?
Incorrect. It may damage you for attempting to remove it completely.
Ah.
It will eventually destroy this one, but it will take time.
That's a
So there's no way for us to completely fix you?
Unknown.
Unknown. Okay. Well, let's hope we can.
So I gotta
Right.
find the kids, the human kids.
Bixbit.
The goblins have them, don't they?
Yes.
Yes, the goblins have them out at their camp near the gate.
Now that the
Bixbit?
Irrevocable has perished, this one is free to tell you that the Irrevocable had arranged a deal where the goblins would trade 2 of the children of Raisha for 1 goblin child. It did not tell them that the goblins had reached advanced aging.
Right.
It also did not intend to give them the goblins.
Of course.
Can the advanced aging... I'm sorry. She doesn't want to talk to me, I know. Ask if the advanced aging can be reversed in the chambers in the medical bay.
It is all
Yeah.
right. This one will converse with you as you helped Jyotis stay alive and fight off the Irrevocable.
That's good. I think she just gave you another compliment, Gary.
I'll take it.
There is no known way of reversing the aging process, but if anyone would have relevant information on it, Leadendale would be the primary source.
Yeah, our best bet. Is it safe to go through the portal this time, Bixbit? You're not going to throw us in some other part of the realm?
Admittedly, the infernal corruption is still somewhat tampering with portals. This one can tell you that the safest portal has been purposefully made to look like a dangerous portal. There is a room to the northeast that contains a portal that looks like a maw of teeth. That one, this one can utilize to send you to any chosen location.
Right. What do you say we all take the children to Dale and Led and see if they can help them, and then come back here and remove the corruption completely if possible?
That would be probably wise.
Plan. Also, we should probably check on the other squad that we were escorting to Dale and Led. I know Bixbit said they went there, but
They did.
Probably.
Were they alive when they arrived?
Yes, they are still alive.
Good.
Let us get the children to the maw of teeth then.
Also, Lestrin took something off of that statue over there. Do you know anything about it?
That item was used to help synergize balance with the infernal realm in order to help this realm pull on both celestial and infernal power. It is, in essence, a dimensional combustion engine, for lack of better term.
And removing it would depower this realm, potentially?
It had been mostly drained to begin with. This realm no longer depended on that energy, but forming a cognitive demiplane requires massive amounts of energy.
Right, so what's sustaining it now?
Celestial energy.
It's not coming from the corruption.
The celestial energy is functioning as normal. The corruption is, unfortunately, functioning, as you can tell by the hole in the floor, presumably.
Yeah, got that. Well then. So if we remove the corruption, we're not in danger of collapsing this realm, are we?
No.
Okay.
And if you are capable of removing the corruption, it is in a room to the direct north. There is a portal that this one could activate to get you out, if the realm was beginning to collapse.
Good to know. Okay. Well, I'd say we go find that safe, scary-looking portal. What do y'all think?
Sounds like the best plan we have so far.
All right, Lolly, let's corral the kids this way. Don't let them go through that portal. Can you put a no walking sign over here?
Following the leader.
I don't know. Jyotis, do you want to try will sculpting again? It went so well the first time.
I kind of do, but you know. Yeah, not this time.
Okay. I am not going to grab all of those goblins because that is entirely too many things to move.
That way madness lies.
Yeah.
There's my group grab.
No, not yet. It's one of the things they know they need to add, but they still don't have that part yet. So,
Oh, where
it's
you
on
can
the back bar.
drag select.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, I'm gonna assume the kids are tagging along with us.
Yes, the kids are tagging along with Lolly.
Follow
And
the
Latham's
leader.
child is still clearly charmed by him because whenever they get like even a hint of Latham, they just stare at him blankly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Latham is slightly unsettled by this because don't know how to handle children. And is real side-eyed and keeps on walking and following the party with Ollie. And so
You know, we
they're
were
following
joking about Latham having a kid.
Oh dear. Well, you know, would it be a two-faced kid?
Thankfully, this spell has a limit.
All right.
What?
Jyotis, where are we going? Because it looks like you're leading this shindig.
Yeah, apparently I'm leading. Big
leader.
Spit said to the right is where the portal, the scary-looking portal, but safest portal is.
Correct.
And to the north is where the scary stuff actually lives.
Yes. Also correct.
What is this? Is this like a sparking node?
Would you like to roll a check?
I would. What do I need to check?
Let's go with Arcana.
Arcana 19.
Okay. It is a symbol, and your earworm tells you that it is the symbol of open.
Okay. I think I found the scary portal with teeth.
Ooh.
By the way, there's more pods. Are there more children?
Bixpit's voice clicks on in here. You appear to have gathered all the remaining goblin children. These would best be left alone.
I open the door.
The door opens. Lolly, you see that the pod is covered in runes and the floor glows with runic energy. You can make a perception check.
Okay. Yes.
Rolling machines.
Natural 20 again.
Gosh, are these your bath dice?
Yes!
Man, these ones love you. So, with a natural 20, you can read the floor, and the floor indicates that this is also one of the sources of celestial energy. And then you look upon the pod, and at first you think it might be empty, but then you realize there is the body of a glowing child within it. It is not the size of a goblin. It is the size of a Gith child, approximately Molly's age.
Oh my.
I open up the pot. Open up the pot.
It's
Molly. It's Molly, guys.
Wait, Lolly.
It might be Molly.
It said, yeah.
It's not Molly, but wait, is it?
It is not Molly Tar. She is not here. Do not open that. Do not open that.
I open the pot.
Okay. All right. Well, let's take a quick break of 10 minutes so I can get something
Am I
ready.
not going to help a Gith child? Like, come on, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I don't blame
Especially
you.
Bixbit hates it.
I want to go up there before.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, get into positions you wanted to be in, and I will move a goblin child to represent the goblins.
This right here.
Remember, Lolly, Bixbit said this place is being sustained by celestial energy, and the Gith has celestial energy surrounding it.
Yeah.
Oh,
But if we need to grab them and jump through the portal, then we need
Yeah,
to.
they're in trouble. I can't not open this pod, you guys.
There's two more over here
know.
that are gonna get blown up, maybe.
Oh no.
This well in the middle is rather interesting. All right, so we're taking a quick 5 or 10.
Taking a quick 10, please, because I'm going to get a drink, and I'm also going to pull up a nice, quick stat block, because I need it now.
I'm sorry, everyone, but it's a kid.
Oh, this is where things go fun.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dude.
I'm here.
I'm gonna go make some coffee.
All right, guys. See y'all in 10 minutes.
3, 2, 1, Fidelio.
Amazing. All right. So, where we left off was that Lolly reached out, touched the control panel as Bixbit was saying no, 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 and Jyotis was as well. And the shining light from within it began to radiate out.
Oh my.
Oh,
and
nice knowing you, Lolly.
So I need to map out 120 feet.
Jyotis is going to get his welder's goggles out.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, well, good to know. All right. Yeah, if everyone can go ahead and roll initiative for something, I just need to determine something real quick.
For just something. Do you want me to roll again, Bob? Or
No, Dan, you're fine. That was the best, mic drop,
Roll a 1. So I think I have 4. I think that's the lowest I can be. Yep, that's the lowest I can possibly be.
Okay.
Bringing up the rear.
Cool.
I mean, it means you'll finish them off, right? The horde of cats. You'll finish the last one to get blinded.
Lolly, Lestrin, Jyotis. All right. So, Lolly, as you draw that part open, I need you at disadvantage, along with Lestrin, Jyotis, and Garret, to make a Constitution saving throw.
Awesome. Are we all at disadvantage?
No, only Lolly is, because she's literally right in the room.
Okay.
She is next to it. At disadvantage.
Okay.
Conte, right?
10.
7.
24.
Gary, you managed to shield your eyes just in time.
23.
Jyotis, you as well managed to shield your eyes just in time. Lestrin, you raise a hand up and you get it over one of your eyes, but the other gets flashed by that bright celestial light that radiates through and burns it. And you blink and you're not seeing anything out of one side. Excuse me, you're not seeing anything out of one side.
No.
Your perception checks will be at disadvantage for now. You are considered partially blinded. Lolly.
I push my face against the glass.
Yeah, your eyes burn. You don't take any damage, but you go blind. All you see is white light all the time.
Okay.
You are considered blinded.
Yay.
And with that, we begin as that is the child waking up. And by waking up, I mean literally just being released. It looks into the room,
And sees
observes a clown that is blind, a half-blind dwarf, a human, and a thing, and in the distance, a devil. It stares. Latham, you are first. What would you like to do? I need to drop its marker down on the field too. I'm so sorry.
The type of blinding light, does Latham recognize in any particular way as being...
Roll me a history or religion check.
4 plus stuff, so it's probably not going to cut it. Let's see, 4 plus religion, 9 total.
Yes. Difficult to tell. From what Bixbit said, there was celestial energy tying this place together, but it's a really bright light. It's like someone lit off a 1,000,000 candle flashlight in a dark room. And
An atomic bomb without the boom.
yeah. Let me see if I can find anything.
Okay. So we just see the blind, like when you actually, and the child is clear-ish?
Oh, let me get you a picture of the child.
Okay.
Give me just a second.
Don't know why they didn't actually post proper.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Does it look like this?
I don't know. We'll find out.
We're trying not to be blinded.
Blinded by the light.
Lolly is dressed up like a douche.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought you
just...
said it was a gift.
It is a gith, but this is akin to its body shape and its hair. The entire body is glowing with bright, radiant energy.
And you all have cancer.
It is truly a child,
Okay.
as it is small in size. Appears to be no more than 75 pounds. Its hair is almost as long as its body and perhaps would be longer if it wasn't waving and curling into that light. The radiance beaming off of it in your area is low light. Within 60 feet, basically exactly where Gary is, it is bright light in that area. So this is why you can see it so well.
Hey, don't need to be doing any of that. Latham says, trying to calm it down. We're here to save you. We're like, see these other kids? We're totally here to save you.
Roll a persuasion check.
I intend to. Let's make sure. Persuasion. Where is? Will it be persuasion? Because I'm casting charm person. Is what I'm casting.
Oh, never mind then. I get to make a saving throw. Is it a wisdom save for me?
With 14.
Well, Latham, you're saving the day again, sir.
Yeah, buddy.
I rolled a 7 plus 1, which is not 14.
No, it is not. Hooray for math.
Hooray for math. Until it gets you.
Yeah, it
The other kids came with us, right? The other ones.
Yeah,
we just
yeah.
didn't
The
bring them
goblins
with.
are around the corner. They're just
Okay,
kind of like
here.
peeking in, like, what is that?
Yeah,
Bright light.
And,
yeah. Like we're. You've been captured. These goblins, like you, they were controlled, but we're here to help. Calm down, please. Calm down. He says nervously.
you help. And in Githyanki, it begins to speak. You make normal? You help?
We know people who can help. Yes. What is normal to you? When are you from? Where are you
Don't know
from?
when. From here, born here, raised here, trapped here. They wanted us to imagine God. And we looked. And then they ordered us to sculpt God. And we became light. We are radiant. We are shining. We are madness without purpose. They sealed us away and used us. You make normal again?
They seem like
Gith?
bad people. We are not them. Latham, not being very good with kids, is looking left and right at the others. More at Lolly.
What's happening?
Yeah, Lolly
Who are
is
you?
blind as a bat right now.
Where's the
Yeah.
kid?
I'll look over
it.
at Big. I'm gonna go look over at Big Spit's node and say, "Can this be reversed?"
There is no known method for reversing this issue. Unfortunately,
Who said that?
the experiments in order to create a divine being for the Gith ended like this.
I'm going to move across closer to her so I'm speaking more softly.
Mm-hmm.
Lean forward. Can she be put into one of the hibernation tubes?
Yes. If it is willing to go back,
I mean in the medical bay.
that would be a potential disaster. Your friend may have charmed it, but the second that it perceives a threat, the majority of you will die.
With sheer power of its mind? Question.
Its mind and its beauty and its madness will tear you all apart. Living beings were not made to sculpt radiant or infernal energy without warping their very structure.
Right.
The Silver Sages will learn this in the worst possible way with children.
Right. And they left him here.
So
They
nice.
could not cure them.
Is that why the Gith left this world entirely?
No. This one was honest with you. The Gith left this world because it is a perceived perpetual threat. It was thought to cut their losses rather than face oblivion.
Right.
How long is my blind for?
Oh, why don't you roll another con save?
Oh. Well, I just want to see if I can see.
Are we in initial or is it
Still,
That's my first. That was my first action. So we're not very far into this.
Yeah.
we're not. I considered it. Latham had his time because I gave him some speaking time.
But
And then
it's definitely
Gary
on to the
did
next.
his speaking time. It is now technically the child's turn, but since Lolly asked such an interesting question, I would love her to tell me what she rolled.
So at disadvantage?
No, just normal this time.
Oh, okay. Reroll that then, because I... 9?
Well, it's going to be a long, long time.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Can I drop the clown image disguise self that I've had and just kind of like reach out for the kiddo and be like, do you need a hug?
On your turn, you can. On its turn, as it is charmed, and Latham has answered many of its questions, it will hold its action for now. And Lolly, when you ask if it needs a hug, it gives a little half whimper and says, "You'll hurt yourself if you try."
Okay, well, it sounds like we don't have a cure for this right now. Would you be willing to take a quick little nap and we'll try and get back here as quickly as possible with a cure for you?
I have waited so long.
I know.
I need to roll. Lolly, roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
16.
I can't. I don't want to, and I'm scared, but
How
I don't.
about-
I'll hurt everyone if I don't be normal.
Oh, don't worry about that. Just take a nap. Nothing in here is gonna hurt you. And tell you what, I will play a music lullaby from my music box.
Do you think
Okay.
that's
It looks one last time to Latham. I'm gonna go back. Is that okay?
Is that what you want?
No, but if I can't be saved, it's too dangerous.
No, we will save you.
Go back until we can save you. But we will try. But go. Rest. I know it
Okay.
hurts.
It does return to the pod, and Bixbit auto activates the pod. Yeah.
You're an asshole.
So how do we save her?
This one does not know.
Can
It
we
was
drive the pod along? Because I don't want to leave her here.
We have to,
moving that would be exponentially dangerous.
Here is the best place for it, and if it is here, we know where to find it.
Yeah.
it's currently in
Are we-
suspended animation, right?
Do you think they did
Bit.
that to Molly?
That is correct. It is in suspended animation.
So hopefully nothing super bad's happening to it right now.
Lolly, I promise I will help you do the research to find out how to fix this.
Thank
I will
you.
help you every way I can, and we will come back for her.
Okay.
The two on the other side.
But she is, and the others. But she is safer here, where we can find her later.
Malitar is not within this facility. This one would be forced to tell the truth about a Gith.
Sure.
Thanks. It's
Yeah, sus.
Come, let us get the goblin children to the medical bay.
Yeah, let's ask Led and Dale if they have any knowledge on this.
Can
And then
at least make sure these are super comfortable pods.
This one has tried to keep them comfortable as they are Gith. It is this one's duty to preserve and protect them.
Okay. I can't really see, but I'm going to try and will sculpt a whole bunch of fluffy teddy bears and fluffy bunnies and flumps.
Roll an intelligence check at disadvantage as you can't see.
I can't see shit.
Fluffy bunnies everywhere.
Intelligence? 12.
Yep. 12?
Uh-huh.
Lands on
High or
your-
low?
Oh no.
Hi.
Well, let's roll the wild magic table.
Just,
Oh, dear.
Just plushies. Just plushies.
Wild magic plushies.
Remember what happened with me?
This plushie's made of lava.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, let's roll. Ooh, interesting.
Each character gets 100 gold.
Nope.
Damn
Wow. Each character takes 13 damage and dies.
it.
Lolly, as you try to form these things with your thoughts, you realize that since you can't see them, you should describe them. And as you start to talk, all these little pink bubbles start coming out of your mouth. And whenever they pop, a word happens, like teddy, bear, flower, pink. You can't talk. Whenever you try, pink bubbles float out of your mouth. And let me roll how many minutes?
Oh my goodness.
I'd be delighted if I could see them.
Come on.
5 minutes. For 5 minutes, you are a delirium elephant, basically. So,
Pink elephants on parade.
We just went to double S.
I love when will sculpting goes wrong.
That's all I can think of it when Lolly talks. It's so.
Yep.
That's perfect.
Help, I can't see.
Yeah. Lolly is now blind and mute.
Not completely mute, just,
Oh,
Bubble speak.
Bubble speak.
Bubble machine.
it's cool. It's not like I'm your guys' healer or anything. It's fun.
Yeah. Can't cast spells anymore.
Who's up for a short rest?
Guys, short rest in pods in Led and Dale's office, preferably. Or maybe even a long rest since it takes 8 minutes.
I thought I would prefer long rest.
So am I. I'm at 19 hit points out of 52.
Ouch. Is that prior to level up or after level up?
Well, that's after level up, but I didn't heal. I just kind of.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
My maximum was raised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine too. It's like suddenly I feel ouchy a little more.
All right, let's get moving. Come on.
Yes.
Bixbit, is this portal ready to take us to Dale
It
and
is.
Led? All right, folks.
All right, gather the children.
Oh, bless. Would you mind helping Lolly, who can't speak or see?
Yeah, I'm half blind.
Oh yeah, Liz is half blind too. Shit.
I mean, Lestrin can see out of one eye.
It's okay. it's not
Lestrin, you
like
can
the
roll
walls
me
are
another
Jyotis?
con save.
Jyotis, you get Lolly. I'll get
Lolly.
the children. They
Okay.
like me well enough.
How
Because
about
I don't
Lolly?
smell like you.
Latham gets a drink.
That's our lawyer.
Thom's
Bob.
like, I found these people.
Yeah, and I decided to stay with him.
Alright, how do I need to roll anything or just, children, come over here, please.
You don't need to roll anything. It is
Hey.
fine.
A 12.
I assume we're out of
12. Lestrin, you will regain your vision within a short rest.
Woo!
It's just one of those, like, it's bad, but a 12 was what you needed.
Lolly, I hope you can hear me because you shouldn't be deaf. But grab my hand.
Take my hand.
I'm gonna take your hand, and
In
we're
your
gonna go through the
hand.
portal over here with the kids. Okay, we're gonna go see Dale and Led. I assume she responds with,
Yes.
And you thought playing a Kinku was hard.
Right?
All right.
Oh no. If I could see,
group-
I'd be really upset.
The group and one little goblin, well, all the goblins, sorry, but I'm only representing them with one, appear back on this floor.
Yay!
Yay. To the place with the stuff and the things.
There we go.
Carrying the broken staff, or did we put that in the bag?
It's
I think
in
you
the
put it
bag.
in the bag.
It's
I think
in the
we put it
bag.
in the
Still
bag.
busted.
Well, I haven't seen this area in a while.
I know, right? Last time you were brain drained.
Yeah, that was fun. By fun, I mean the fuck.
I mean, it's not a Bob campaign unless you ask what the fuck at
I
least
appreciate
once
that.
every other game.
I mean, I think we
WTF.
know what he fuck, but
Steel Tranquility's being a jerk right now.
This map takes the longest to load because
It's okay.
I made it cool and I made
No,
it too cool and I regret everything.
It's awesome. And usually it's not a big deal, but apparently right now it's just like,
Oh, it
no.
just flat out kicked you out. It was like there
Yeah.
is no ship.
I'm at 8, but I'm also frozen.
Yeah, I'm
So-
at 4, so
Sorry.
I'm up to 15.
It says, sorry, try updating your browser. Of course. Shh.
it's not us, it's you.
Mhm. Yeah, sure.
So, that said, we can do this RP style because there is no threat between you and the medical bay. And Lestrin, when you walk in, Led and Dale, Led being the first one you see as the masculine self, looks in on the room and just, oh, you're back. Most people don't
sound
come
that
back.
happy. Oh, well, we did.
Little phase. We're not most people.
Dale
Wait.
from the back gives the response of, damn right, you're not.
Yeah.
What's up? Led just shakes his head with this, like, no, don't make me relive that. No.
Did the other group make it here?
Yes.
Are they well?
we're- Somewhat. We're restoring their minds as the damage was pretty severe.
Gee.
Well, I thank you for that. We also recovered the goblin children, and they seem to be forcefully
Old.
aged.
Yeah, all these goblin children come up towards the door slowly. And Dale kind of gives this eyebrow raise and, hey, Led, you want to take a look? And they kind of turn sideways so that they can turn their head back and forth and scan the children. We've never seen anyone escape the psych ward before. They must have been traumatically aged by the cognitive exhaustion of what that thing did. Just like, and they look back to the pods where the skeletons were that you had seen earlier, Jyotis.
Mm-hmm.
Just like our compatriots. Not sure how much we can do for them. And Les, they kind of stare at you for a second and just, are you blind in one eye right now?
Uncomfortable.
What was that?
I said it's hugely uncomfortable.
Oh.
I ran into that pole on my way in.
Oh. Well, it looks like it'll heal naturally if you, go sit by the spring. That'll help. Just be calm.
I gesture
No
with my
more
thumb
rage.
over my shoulder. Lolly is blind in both eyes and is spitting bubbles.
We couldn't tell if she was just being weird.
Again.
I know, I understand that she is uncharacteristically silent but it's... See there.
I'm taking my boots off and setting them next to the spring, and I'm playing in the water with my toes.
It is comfortable. It is this cool but refreshing and at the same time inviting in a way that a spring can be after you've hiked for days, where you just, instead of cold, you feel crisp and clean as you stick your feet inside.
Fluid.
They look over Lolly, and I've got to make a new check on that, because dear God. Wow, they are really good at medicine. I've rolled a 19 twice for them. Well, the bubble weird shit is because of, Dale, you want to explain? She had a mishap while doing a cognitive will sculpture. It happens sometimes. It's why doing cognitive will sculpting is somewhat dangerous. You're lucky it was bubbles and not fireballs.
Jyotis just kind of acknowledges, like, when I turned big.
Oh, that's right.
And then they kind of like slowly shine a light over Lolly's eyes and just see milky white. Oh, that's not coming back. Let's see if we have something for that. Hey, Lolly, high or low?
Hi.
All right. Hey, Garret, would you take her over to the seal that we used on Jyotis earlier? We're going to go grab a crystal and fix this right now.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh,
I
my.
walk up and take her hand, put it on my arm. Walk with me. And then I slowly just follow me. And then I walk her over to the seal.
Okay.
Stand her in the middle, hold her shoulders, pat them, and say, "Stay here."
I start following after you. There you go.
Now Gary knows what it's like.
Then you really might know what it's like.
To be the sad man. All right. It takes them a few minutes of rummaging through their cabinets.
Rummage.
Rummage. And eventually, Dale pulls out a very large diamond. Fits handedly in their right palm, and it's carved beautifully. They walk up towards Lolly. This is not going to feel good, but it is going to help. So,
Would it be a problem if I stayed here next to her?
No, nothing should go wrong.
Okay, I will stay here. That way, I'm right here, Lolly. It's okay.
No, I don't want to
It's
shot.
such good.
So they pick up the crystal. Lolly, do you accept a touch?
No shots.
Do I have to roll for it?
No, I will convince her. It's just wait. If it won't hurt me either. It's okay. Just I'm right here. Take my hand. Let them
So-
help you.
They start by pushing the crystal on the chest,
Into the eyes.
and then two fingers, just because fuck you, come up and get right on top of your eyelids,
In
just
the nose.
touching, with the thumb going on the nose to keep it out of the way because it keeps trying to feel for everything. And
Such a
then
Dumbo
there is
trope.
this painful pulse of radiant energy that sears through you. It starts in your abdomen and goes up into your head. It gets channeled around, buzzing through your skull, and you think for just a second that it might burst from the headache, and then it gets pulled out through the eyes into the fingers with that radiant energy flowing out, and all that milky destruction of your eye is gone, and you can see again. It first comes back blurry, but then, like any good person coming out of carbonite frozen states, the colors stop being just shades and come back to their normal self. The pain passes. You still have bubbles for another minute. Yeah, you're welcome. We're going to assume that means thank you.
She'll be fine, thank you.
You're welcome.
Are all of the chambers in use at the moment?
Pretty much. You brought us 5 people that needed rest. That
Well-
cleric had nearly killed themselves from staying up.
Yeah, it was most impressive how he was able to hold.
Perks of elvish bloodlines.
Yes.
Yeah. How much longer do they need to rest, do you think?
Well, he should be good to wake up. We were just giving him a break.
No,
The
no,
others-
give him the break. The rest of us can wait here, if you don't mind. We need to rest as well.
Well, you can, it sounds strange, but you can rest in the pool. It doesn't let you drown, and it's actually quite nice.
That sounds lovely.
But I've moved to sitting in the pool by now.
Lester's way
Is
ahead of you.
it bad
Yeah,
for me to
Lest-
picture Lester just like chilling a
Lester's
little bit,
having
like
spa
tap
day
his
while the rest
hand?
of you are
Oh, is this
doing this shit.
Should I have grabbed the
I'm
towel
looking over
first?
I look over at you guys and hold up like a foot out of the water and go, "Hey, come on! It's great!"
I cannonball into it.
Oh my. Oh,
Ollie,
It's like
roll an acrobatics check.
it's
Whee!
9 inches deep. You've broken your tailbone.
Ah! I have many of those. 9.
Well,
Don't
Gary
worry.
was half right. You take
Belly flop.
1d6 of fall damage,
Ow.
because it is not as deep as you thought it was. You succeed in spreading the water up, but instead of flowing out over the room, it collapses back on you and Lesterin. You take 3 points of humiliation damage and can now speak again.
Yeah.
so accurate.
I started
I
wrestling in that
appreciate that
sailor
thing is
talk that I've been hearing
humiliation
Lester
damage.
use.
It's a damage type specific to Lolly.
Wiping my eyes.
Oh
Son of
my
a
God.
biscuit.
Are you okay, Wally?
My good mood has
Ego
not yet
damage.
been erased, though.
I thought that
Whoa.
was much deeper.
Clearly, it's okay. You're okay, though.
Stuck.
You just got your vision back and you did not look before you leap.
Irony.
We learn nothing.
I'm going to get into the water and rest.
I'm going to slowly walk that away, but I'm going to stop and ask Dale and Led. Say, Dale, ever since, I've got my memories back earlier, my head sort of felt a little funny. I didn't mention it earlier because I didn't notice it, but
Funny, like ha-ha, blowing bubbles, or something else?
well, definitely not blowing bubbles, but more of like a heightened sense of awareness. Like I can sense things, like mundane objects and stuff around me. It's odd.
You have to potty? Okay.
How would you describe the feeling of the sense? Is it like a touch? Is it like a taste? A smell?
Like a touch, almost.
Raises an eyebrow. Goes over to one of their counters. All right. They pull out what appears to be just a small arcane focus and set it down. All right. This is a half-pound object. It is silver and wood. It is approximately 6 inches in diameter.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and think about touching it.
Oops. Oops. That sucked.
Jyotis is just going to kind of hold his hand out and think about it sitting in his palm.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Save. 19 on the dice, so that's going to be lots.
Yeah, so the main reason this is a saving throw for your first time doing it is that as you reach out, your body has to relearn something that it didn't know it could do, but it's there now.
Yep.
And as you reach out, your mind feels the object and you maintain that concentration on it where you can feel the shape of it. You feel the smoothness of the metal, the grain and texture of the wood. And then it lifts off the counter and comes rushing towards you. But with your degree of concentration, you control the acceleration perfectly, and it lands into your hand.
Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't cut my hand off, because that would have been terrible.
Yeah, that's why we don't start with a knife.
Right.
Nope. No more cookies. You're cut off.
Is this a result of me getting all of my memories back? Was this suppressed?
Look at you again and just... Could be, or it could also be that when a psionic creature eats your brain a certain number of times, you start getting psionically attuned.
A certain number? Does this happen a couple
67,
times?
I think, was the number, right?
Yeah, 67
right,
was the
yeah.
magical number you rolled off of 2D100.
Yep.
That's how we determined how many times Jyotis was a snack.
67 times. So
It was great, too, because when he first made the character, I was like, hey, would you roll 2D100 for me? Yeah, sure, why, Bob? I'll tell you later.
That was so long ago. Anyway, so this is permanent.
Yeah.
I'm telekinetic? Question mark.
Yes, that's the accurate one. If you hear thoughts, you're telepathic. If you can touch things physically, telekinetic.
Right. And he thinks about a piece of candy on the table in his other hand.
Yeah, this time you don't have to concentrate. It comes to you.
That's going to be interesting. Okay. Well, at least it's not entirely bad. You know, I was worried that something went wrong.
You mean
Yes.
with having your brain eaten or with restoring your memories?
Both? Question mark.
Well, restoring your memories didn't do any damage to you, but having your brain and ego consumed that many times, people normally can't return to life after once. Whatever they figured out how to keep you coming back, it's gonna have weird effects.
Right. Speaking of weird effects, that reminds me. Could you examine my mouth here? I would appreciate it if you could stimulate my posterior salivary glands, my venom glands.
He's moving on your girl phone.
Dale just kind of looks at you for a second and is just like, just because I slept with one of you does not mean, Led, this is all you. You want to kiss him? It's like,
no.
that is not how you stimulate a salivary gland.
This is the venom, my posterior ones, my venom ones. I was hoping you could, maybe down the road, if you stimulate them, maybe down the road, I'd be able to, spit venom.
Dale gives you the raise of an eyebrow. I might have something for that. Walks over to the counter, rummages through it. Led just stares at you judgmentally while she's doing this, by the way. Just looks at you.
Hey, he literally holds his hands up to the side, like, no, I'm happier with Latham. I'm happy for you too. I appreciate that. Hey,
How you doing?
He starts to say something, but then you hear Dale kick in with a, the worst and best part about being a quorum?
Not really.
When one of you gets screwed, the other gets fucked.
I guess.
She walks back over to you and hands you this little tube container that almost looks like a lip balm container.
Uh-huh.
All right, that gel, rub it over the back of your mouth like once a day. It's going to take a while.
I figured.
If you've got any other weird genetics, it should trick them into maturing.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Only on the mouth. That is an oral gel.
Gotcha. I wasn't thinking of anything else.
Really?
Promise. Spit venom. Or
just gives you this long stare.
Hey, you're with my friend. If you're with my friend, friends don't, that's a buddy thing, You're with my friend.
Keep digging.
The wettest Lesterin is just shaming you from the spa.
Thanks, I'll join y'all over there.
Yes, make sure you leave the shovel out of the pool.
My bad. I'll put it in my bag of holding. How about that?
No more digging.
Dale and Led start looking over the goblin children while you guys rest. And did anyone have anything that they'd like to do during the long rest?
I have a shiny new garment to take a look at and examine. And attempt to attune to, it seems like, because it feels like the kind of thing that needs a little bit more focus.
Jyotis is just gonna, do the lip balm thing in the back of the mouth.
In the spa, too. Like, everyone watching.
Yep. Pardon me.
I think he's gonna yak. He's gonna do it in the pool.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, you hear Dale go like, "Don't you dare spit acid in the pool," and Len just kicks in with, "Normally we do that with the banana.
I'm reminded of the song "Yummy Down on This" by the Bloodhound Gang.
Oh my god! I love that album.
Just when I thought that Lolly was the one who got the most shame, Jyotis comes up for the win.
Hey, I do what I can.
So Latham, in your attempt to attune with the check that you had previously made, you would know the first step, which is listed on the item in italics of what you must do in order to attune to it.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I would know that or if I would discover it. So I wasn't trying to meta.
During long rests, you can discover a way to attune to something with great ease. It's if you like initially looking at it and you make a check, that's when you're like, I don't know. So.
Yeah, no, the lie that is so well crafted that even I believe it is, I'm the best.
You are attuned. I won't even argue that one. That has been you this entire campaign. You may put on your Sunday's finest.
Wow. Shame.
So apparently it can change its style or appearance to mimic any article of clothing or armor. So is that anything I've seen or anything I can imagine?
Anything you can imagine that is rules as written. So you can go to plate armor, but you can't be like, I want dragon mail with wings and jets and...
It just looks like it though. So like it's all going to be normal armor.
Yeah,
it would just look like...
Yeah. No, the cool part of this is that it can actually take the functional shape of what you're imagining with the colors you imagine it to do.
Oh my goodness, is it glam weave? did our glamorous one just get more glamorous?
At the moment, this glamorous one's going to be more of a robe style, like...
Smoking jacket style.
Kind of, yeah. You see what's going on there. And then go into kick off his shoes and have a little kick in the pool.
Yeah, no, it looks exactly how you want it to look, and you definitely get Dale's attention as you walk by. She gives you the like, ooh, yeah. Man, you rock that. And yeah, sure enough, sir, you are attuned to that item. All of its abilities in the dormant state are listed to you.
Okay,
now
I'll have to read over.
Just so that we're aware of everyone, awakening a magic item takes time, effort, and energy. So attuning to the first step is something you can always do during a long or short rest. The second step takes a bit of research or a really high skill check at first in order to get it. Jyotis got his because I think he got like a 25 on his first check about it, so he learned the second step. But in the meantime, it is a thing that you can spend money to research to guarantee that you learn the next steps, or you can spend a little bit of downtime, or you can team up with someone to do it. So that is a tradition.
Cool.
Of Bob items.
Got it. So basic attunement for now. We'll get to know this fine piece of clothing.
As you get to know it more, it will become more enhanced towards its actual potential.
I like it.
Awesome.
Thank you. I'm pretty proud of all of these. Actually, I made all of them. I had some great help from people with them. I especially want to thank Mikey for a few of his ideas.
I'm taking a bow. You can't see it because my camera doesn't work, but I'm bowing.
Mm-hmm.
Deserved.
All right. So, aside from the balm, can I just like when I'm not resting, can I just take my new toy out and kind of look at it and study it and play with it a little bit?
Yeah, you can take your new toy out and study it and play with it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You do need a long rest, genuinely, which is a 6-hour time of resting.
Yeah.
Again, during that time, you really need to be resting, but for that 2-hour window where you can have that, like, oh, I want to tinker with it. Yes, you can tinker with it.
Yep, that's what I figured. Awesome. Man, Astral's really hating me. This is the worst it's ever been tonight. It's really
again, it's this map, and I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that there were limits. I just thought I could infinitely create things.
I make that mistake every time I build something. I'm like, let's put everything in it. Oh my god, I can't move it.
I'm running at 30. It's holding the 30.
Yeah.
So it is possible.
30,
You just
I'm
have
good.
to have. Yeah, you just have to have like.
I'm
60
hovering
gigs
around 14.
Normally I'm really good, but tonight the connection must be just like, no, it's across the country.
It's gonna be horrible, and I think it's like more like frame rates, like what's being rendered out. So it's
Yeah.
probably local to your system. I don't know. Get a just delete. Just task manager. Close everything.
Delete all pictures of Ron.
Right. That's probably part of it. I do have a
All
few
right.
pages I don't normally have.
Lestrin, Lolly, did you two want to attune to your items?
Yes.
All right. Well, Lolly, you know what to do with yours.
Yes.
I don't. I have no idea what to do with mine.
Yours is also in the description of the item itself. If you look at the italics just below the title, if you click on it, it'll say it requires attunement. Basically, you embed the lightning spikes into oneself during a short or long rest, taking 1d6 piercing and 1d6 electric damage.
Oh.
But since it's during the long rest, I mean, I'm going to roll the damage to tell you how much it is, but you recover it.
Yeah. I'm going to do, like, wrap it around my arm instead of my neck. That's just creepy as hell.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, as you wrap it around your arm and you start to clamp it down, when you first go to tighten it, you feel those jagged crystals dig in and you take 5 points of piercing damage. And then as it attunes to your very essence, you take 6 points of electric damage as the crystals begin to glow and pulse. And then there's this, and now you are attuned.
Interesting.
Lolly,
Yes.
do you know how to attune to your item?
Spell it.
Nope. Read it.
I'm pulling it up.
Get? I don't remember. We picked up a lot of stuff.
It just goes describing it. Like a short cape, which I'm already wearing it like one.
Yeah, I know. Oh, let me see. Because I swear that I had it on there.
Oh, by making a whoosh sound while running with arms like a bird for 5 minutes. Yes!
My god, you literally couldn't
It was in
read.
the title thing. I was reading like the main body of it. Sorry.
I mean, to be fair, you may have done that anyways without even.
I would have
Right.
done that anyways. Whoosh!
Yeah, I was actually genuinely surprised you didn't activate it by accident. Yes, after 5 minutes of running around making whoosh sounds. Thank you, Guild Wars 2, for this inspiration.
Yay.
After 5 minutes, it does attune to you.
Yay!
Yay!
Hooray!
So, with that, the long rest passes. It does take a full 8 hours for you guys to recover. Meanwhile, Dale and Led work through the time, addressing each individual child, caring for them as best they can. And after the time passes and you guys are starting to feel better.
I want to declare that I'm eating a ration as well.
Okay.
I
That's
have a point
rational.
of exhaustion that I need to go away.
Mm-hmm.
Please proceed. I just needed to declare it, so.
As things come to an end. Okay, Colonel.
I say we go back.
Oh my god, I love going Leghorn. I say.
I apologize. I just couldn't let that go.
Pull that string, baby.
I've got more.
I know. As you guys recover completely, and you are now fully healed with all your hit points, all your spells back, you have taken a long rest. Dale and Led come and approach after distracting the goblin children by giving them those astral candies. And Dale is the one who walks over and is like, hey, Led has something he needs to tell you. Led has this pause moment where he's like, really? You're going to make me... Oh, God. Just fuck me in every possible way. Okay. And he turns around slowly. Those kids have maybe 1 or 2 years left of life.
Oh my god.
All of them are... We've done what we can. They're stable now. They're taken care of, but they're all vulnerable. Their bodies are not holding it together. And we used the only diamond we had on Lolly, and we're not even sure if it would work on them.
Wait, if you had more diamonds, we could put them in the runes over there and potentially fix it?
The problem is that greater restoration depends on someone being healthy to successfully use it. On a person who is of advanced age, where their body is having trouble sustaining, it could just as easily kill them.
Is there anything that we can perhaps bring you? Find, discover?
I don't know. We could try doing some research, but maybe if someone had a manual of health, or if someone had tomes about time magic, there's a term.
Chronomancy?
Yeah. Maybe if we could blend chronomancy and restoration magic, we might be able to do something, but I don't know. I'm so sorry. I don't like seeing... As a healer...
Is there something we can do to stabilize them in the meantime?
They're stable. They're travel capable. They'll be able to walk with you, take things a little slow.
I believe that their camp is close.
Man, this place sucks. First the gift kid, and now this, and
I don't know about how close their camp was, but
Look,
I think it's a couple miles.
Look, if you find any sort of advanced theorems of arcana or divine magic about time and restoration, we will do our best. But even still, understand that any sort of spell like that is going to have a massive material need.
Right.
So this won't just be getting a book.
We'll keep
Right,
our eyes open.
We're going to need some precious metals and other things, probably, right?
Typically, it winds up being gemstone, but when it comes to time magic, I'm completely unfamiliar.
Gotcha. Okay. we will Oh, speaking of time and space and things, we encountered 3 celestial gift children in the research and development area.
Celestial gift? They never said anything about that.
Well, they were radiating possibly celestial energy. That's a guess. And Bixbit confirmed that the research and development realm is being run mostly on celestial energy at the moment. And they were all in stasis pods with all kinds of runes around them. So we're assuming they're essentially being used as batteries at the moment to keep research and development intact.
You still trusting that?
No.
After we killed the irrevocables, she seems less murder likely. But
Oh, good. The psychopathic robot
yeah,
is now less murder.
yeah.
Wow. Dale, why did we waste our resources on someone who was going to die?
Hey now.
No, I don't think you get it. That thing will get you killed.
I am right there with you.
I have no objections to this either. I don't like her.
And
She is dangerous.
see,
Possibly
smart,
useful,
and less
but definitely dangerous.
Yeah, I agree that she is dangerous. But shutting her down completely is also bad for this place, is it not?
Shutting her down completely is not the goal. Look, we are fine here. We continue to be fine here. This is where we are safe. But so help us, if you fully activate her, there will be no safe place in this entire series of realms.
I don't think we want to fully activate her, but we want to attempt to remove the corruption completely.
Remember what I said? And Led gives this shake of his head, and he's like, Dale, you talk to them. I can't deal with him. Dale turns back around and just, look, you have a bunch of children that need help. You have a bunch of people that are going to wake up soon and be able to help you get them safely wherever you want to take them. Take the win. You want to keep playing with that thing, it will, at one point or another, destroy you.
Well, I understand that. I want to take the win. We want to get the goblin kids back to where they need to be, or potentially save them if possible, with your help. But we also sort of promised the Gith that we would help them as well, at least one of them.
Then
We
you
are not
didn't
going to
promise
be.
Bixbit.
Well, no, we didn't promise Bixbit.
There's no way that we can help those children now. We have hours upon weeks of research to do when we can find a source of information.
Right.
They're in suspension. They'll be okay. In Bixbit, the corruption apparently is not going to spread any further. At least for the time being, because the Revocul is dead. Let's get out of here, save these children, get them back to their families, and get the human and the children from the town back to their families. We'll come back when we have answers.
That's also great.
We can't do everything right now.
I agree. I agree. We should leave, but there's one last thing that I want to bring up. Remember my memory lapse that these two helped me with? They also said that we should potentially contact the Gith what remains of the Gith and let them know that the enemy, quote unquote, is here.
Yeah, the mind flayers, the Illithid. The ones that were eating you.
Yes, them. You said the beacon is on the home level?
Well, it's up in the living quarters as far as we knew.
Okay. Not saying we have to activate it now, but we shouldn't forget about that. And we should discuss the ramifications of potentially contacting the Gith as well.
We just need to send them a note, basically. Addressed anonymously. They don't need to know he sent it.
Right.
Hey, watch your back. I mean, is that
Hey,
Dear
the
John.
players are here. Signed anonymous.
There are flayers a-flayin'.
better watch your back?
We're out to get you. Help.
Anyway.
It's a mighty fine mind you got there. Be ashamed if you got flayed.
Well, so are we just going to... are we going to leave the children here, or are we going to take the children with us to the camp?
Let's wait until the cleric and the others are ready to emerge. The more the merrier. They need to get out of here too. So
Indeed, but I'm just concerned if we're going to try and save the kids, and indeed they're frail, transporting them to the camp and back again might be a strain.
Are you suggesting that you want to keep a bunch of kids in an area ruled by a murder bot?
Well,
I'm gonna
When you
check.
put it like that,
you just said it was safe here.
It's safe here in this medical ward.
For
We
who
don't have enough
knows how
space
long.
or enough supplies for them. We mostly keep safe by going into stasis when others aren't here.
Right. Is there enough stasis pods?
No.
oh,
We're not leaving them. This day has
They will
been bad
be-
enough.
they will be fine with us.
Okay.
The camp is not terribly far. Remember, the goblin camp was very near this place to begin with.
True.
They were camped out here until they were chased off. I
That-
doubt they went very far.
Well then, let's complete our rest and then cart everybody there, I guess.
All right. Well, the rest of the rest goes uneventfully. And as time passes, they do start to wake up the other party of 5. As they get them out of their containers, the first one that they do wake up is that half-elven cleric who gets out and just... Oh, hey, y'all. Y'all still alive. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you are alive as well.
Yeah, we didn't know how that was going to go, but turned out all right.
Yeah.
Seems you did well in keeping everyone else alive as well. Good job.
Yeah, it did well enough.
That's pretty impressive, really.
I have a small request of you, if you can humor me for a moment. I figure you want to get out of here, yes?
Yeah, I don't want to stay around in this creepy fucktown.
Yeah, well, why don't you join us? Help us get these folk back to their village and trade them for the children that their parents stole. And then we'll all of us go back together to Raisha.
Yeah, that sounds good enough to me.
Very good.
Kind
By
of
the way,
turns around.
By the way, what's your name?
Oh, Mikey, help me pronounce this name. Fuck you.
Oh, that's an evil laughter.
Can we call you Jerry?
It's pronounced
Last name-
Aoife.
Last name
Aoife?
Asterisk.
Of
Aoife.
course you would name it Aoife. Aoife! Yeah, you can call me Aoife.
Yeah, it's an Irish name. I just really liked it.
I'm from around Trinispad.
I see.
I'm Garret. I'll let everyone else introduce themselves because they're better
Hi,
at
I'm
it than I
Lolly.
am.
Have you seen this girl? Oh wait, I already asked.
You asked them already, Lolly.
I know.
I mean, half of them, well, 4 of them were kind of in a trance, so they probably didn't hear it, but
But now they
I'm pretty
can't.
sure he did.
Yeah, I heard it.
Candy.
I ain't got no answers about nothing more.
I'm eating a candy.
Ooh, candy.
And the next one that they wake up is a large Goliath male. This here is Volman Mountain Killer. Thanaku.
Pleased
He's,
to meet you, Mountain Killer. I'm Jyotis Rabbit.
Stares at you for a second. Pleasure. Where are we, Elfie? And looks up at him and is just, man, you wouldn't believe me if I told you we're still in the damn place. We're just in a different place or a different part of the place. Yeah, that. Okay. Voman kind of gives a stare and just, can we go now? Are we free? Yeah, buddy. These here people got rid of the thing that was messing with your brain. You know, how you tried to shish kebab me on 2 swords? Sorry. Uh-huh.
Well, we got rid of what? Not robot, but
Starts
the
waking up
crystalline
some of the
creature
others.
is still active, so we still have to be cautious.
Oh yeah, the psychopath. Yeah, she's still up and running. So try not to be mean to her. And they next manage to wake up what appears to be a halfling female. She kind of gets out and she's now wearing leather armor that is blended between a green and brown to blend with the swamp quite easily. And just gives a curt nod to all of you.
Mm-hmm.
We call her Stalker because she don't give no names, but she does her job.
Yeah, I'm Jyotis. Jyotis Rabbit. Yeah. These are my
Garret
friends.
Vale.
Hi, I'm Lolly.
You can ask her, Lolly.
Have you seen this girl?
Stalker kind of looks at you for a second and just shakes her head.
Oh. Well, thank you for answering.
Oh.
All right, let's
Where?
see who's next to wake up. I need Ayamasange. There you are. Hello. Reisha. All right. Whoops. The next person they wake up is a young female in some blue robes, appears to be human. It's kind of an odd glint in the eyes, though. And she has these bluish white eyes almost. And there's just kind of a soft glow to some of her skin. And as she gets out, pleasure. Call me Vale.
My name is
Like
Garret
Gary?
Vale.
Is this your cousin?
No.
No. It's a coincidence. It's okay.
Yeah.
Is that like a second cousin?
Well, remember that there are two kinds of veil. The kind that you wear over your face, and the kind that is a group of trees.
Oh.
Are you the group of trees too?
I am the group of trees.
You are cousins.
No, that's my first name.
It's my last name.
Yeah, see?
Completely different. Though, interesting coincidence.
Indeed. Any of you chronomancers by any chance?
She looks at you for a second and just... You could ask my master, the animator, back in Raisha. He might know some advanced magics. He's pretty smart.
That is a wonderful idea.
It
That's
is.
useful.
Jyotis, write that down.
Writing it down. Pulling out his little notebook.
Court stenographer. Stenographer.
Just turn your floating little cube into a stenograph and
Eventually.
Do I need to summon my
ahead.
Do I
Record,
need to summon
please.
the intern?
I don't know why I did that. It just seemed appropriate. So
It's
I'm going with
appropriate.
it.
I have a journal that I keep lots of notes in.
I just love that Gary came out with the like, hey, do the thing.
It's part of his fucked up upbringing.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. Takes notes on everything.
I know my fucked up upbringing, telling people what to do.
The final one that they wake up appears to be, when it gets out, it's almost humanoid, but there is an abundantly feral quality, like too much hair. And it's just difficult to tell whether it's male or female at first because it's relatively androgynous, but there's just brown fur. It's to the point where like the arms are more fur than just hair.
Not the back seat.
No, human face structure. They get out and you can see that the eyes have that almost predatory instinct, but the facial expression is very human. Set jaw, tan skin, flattish nose. And they speak in this low tone that's almost a growl with a "Thank you for your help. We'd be dead without you."
I gesture over to Aoife. You'd be dead without him.
This is true. Aoife, good done. Aoife just gives a nod and just... Yeah, we nicknamed that one Sir Pounce-a-Lot. Shifters don't give their names on account of the fact that they think they are sacred things. So, he does not appreciate being called that, but we can get away with it.
I promise not to call him that.
The shifter looks and gives you just a little bit of a nod, Jyotis, at that. So, y'all want our help getting some goblin children home?
If you don't mind, it would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, other than trying to live and survive, we ain't got nothing going on, right? Looks around the group and they all nod, and the Goliath kind of steps up and just, as a ranger, I can help navigate us through and not have combat issues if we're willing to move a little bit slower.
Well, this group is going to keep us moving at a stable but slow pace. So I think that works out very well for all of us.
Good.
Goliath Ranger, I'm excited.
Yeah, this guy is the better part of 8 feet tall. Looks
Yeah,
like
he's
he
a
could
big
be
dude.
400 pounds. No tattoos, ironically. Like, just
Really?
granite skin, shaved head, no tats anywhere.
Intriguing.
All right. Can we travel by tape edit?
Yes, we can, because you have a ranger that makes life easy. It is, ironically, nighttime when you leave Mirar Talvash.
Oh.
Are
one
you
last
trying?
thing.
Yes.
I wanted to ask Dale and Led if there was a way to harvest one of the purple starfruit ones.
Oh, we have a plant like that in here. And they point down. We keep most of the garden plants that are safe here. Obviously, no trifons or yellow spores.
Are
Thank
the
the
purple...
gods.
Yes, indeed. Would you mind if I have 2 of the purple fruits? Or 3?
3 it is.
3. Excellent.
3 if you don't go playing with Bixbit again.
Not for a while.
They hand you 2.
Oh.
So, with that, when you guys are at the ready, you can actually use the teleporter and return outside of Mirar Talvash.
Yeah.
Yay.
So,
I'm doing it. I'm doing it right freaking now.
Working from home protects the skin.
let's actually bring you up onto Ayamosange.
Hey. Now, what else do we have to do before we get back to Raisha?
Go to the Goblin War Camp.
Yeah, so let's do that first.
So,
All
let me...
feels so foreign now.
There's one other thing that we should do once we offload the children. Because, actually, it
Don't
depends
talk
on
about them like they're cargo.
Sorry. Vulcan.
Offload the children.
Depends on how far the goblin camp is from the gate, but I believe it's not terribly far. And we have an item to place, a monitor.
We have a mission at the Horned Gate.
Didn't we already do that?
No,
Nope.
we didn't.
Nope.
We got
Nope,
somebody.
not yet.
I could have sworn that we had.
Nope.
Nope.
Then
We're
what am I misremembering something, or did I
Yeah.
just hallucinate?
You hallucinated
In
wildly.
an alternate timeline, you did it, but
Oh,
not
what's
in
that
this one.
mental check?
We were going to do it, but we ended up at Merlot Talvash first.
Side
I
quest.
swear I remember doing that. It's so fucking weird.
You know how you're like on the way to do a thing in the game, like, well, let me just stop by that quick dungeon real fast.
Uh-huh.
And then,
Uh-huh.
and then you've suddenly collected 2,200 wood.
We
And,
also
like
and
the
also
weirdest-
somehow oddly just joined the Dark Brotherhood too, even though you didn't
Oh
need
yes.
to.
It's the most useless deja vu I've ever had.
and we also succeeded in killing the Snallygaster that we were gonna have to hunt down, but it just kind of
Yeah.
showed up.
Yeah, that one we
Yeah, because you rolled a 12 on your exploration check, which meant you were going to have a bad time.
Is that you plural or you Mikey? God damn it!
You plural.
Collective.
This map feels so foreign.
Yeah, welcome back to the world map, kids.
Yay!
This world.
Yay! World.
Alright. Well, we should still go do a long rest at Raisha.
We
After
just
the Goblin
got-
Camp.
Yeah, you guys actually did get a long rest. It
We got
is-
a long rest.
It is nighttime. Traditionally speaking, you guys could do one of these walking every hour with the goblins, with the children goblins, rather. It is going to be one of those little hexes about every 2 hours instead, because keeping them safe is difficult. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it does take the better part of the night into the next morning to reach the goblin camp, which you guys do know the location of. It is that green dot right down there. So we are going to travel by Edit one more time onto another map, but I wanted to get you guys back on the world map for a second.
And
Buddy.
it's gonna be a really weird
Yeah, that
homecoming
was
for those
freaking you once
kiddos.
again.
It is raining as the morning comes, but just a little bit of rain.
Each one of those squares is a little over a mile, right, Bob? Or hexes, rather.
Yeah. It's 1 nautical mile, actually, so it's slightly over a mile.
Yep.
It's like 1.25 or something, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere's in there.
Yeah, it's like 1.2 miles. All right, so why did it not save? God damn it. Did that not save?
When I save, I take half damage.
Where's the long rest button? There it is. Long rest. Take a long
I
rest.
found it. It was me.
There we go. Wait, really? You're not going to load the rest? There we go. Okay, sorry. I was waiting for it to load for me first.
I gotcha.
It's all good.
All right, so coming from the swamps, y'all would be coming from this way. No. There we go.
Ah.
I'm glad you reminded them to do that, because sometimes they do.
We do need reminding.
Oh yeah, I really shouldn't swallow my own tongue.
Oh, goodness.
Beans. Oh, beans.
So, as the party approaches, one of the things that you can easily notice is that the war camp that has been prepared here, or rather the camp, has been not very well fortified. It has been rushed and assembled, and it looks like it's been half torn down, as a storm is now coming within 2 days.
Right.
Oh,
They want to get the hell out of there and back to safety.
Mm-hmm.
Get the F out of Dodge.
And your Goliath Ranger kind of cocks his head and just, they haven't seen us yet, and looks back at the goblin children. You mentioned that we were doing a trade.
Yeah.
Right.
But there's probably some negotiating that needs to happen too.
We should, I believe, let Latham handle the bulk of that.
Yes. He's our best speaker, without a doubt.
It's much better, the words. Yes.
Kind of gives a point, and just, from what I can tell, there are goblins in that tent directly ahead of us. We could signal them that we come in peace. Do any of you speak Goblin?
Fresh out of Goblin.
It's not a language I am familiar with. Though I must say, if all of the children speak the common tongue, I can't imagine there's many in there that do not.
He gives kind of a nod. Elfie just, yeah, this tribe in particular was led by a hobgoblin. It would teach them common so that it could make sure that if they got into a fight with something else, had a good chance of intercepting messages.
Most intriguing. That's pretty adept for goblins.
Yeah.
Hobgoblins are a bit more militaristic and more willing to adapt to situations.
Indeed.
And not to mention, originally they actually had trade. The goblins actually accepted us into Mirar Telvash until WizKid here, and he points over at Vale. Started activating all them Bixbit nodes and got the attention of that irrevocable thing.
Little bit of knowledge is a dangerous thing.
Vale just kind of sinks. Look, it's already bad enough. I don't want to even think about what the animator's going to say when he finds out. Well, if I lose your job...
Can't say that we didn't do the same thing.
One of us did anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, look at the Goliath. If you want to get their attention, at least somebody that come talk to us.
Will do.
I will do what I can. Latham needed to go to the bathroom, apparently.
Elfie kind of pulls you aside for a second and just, hey, word of advice. Just walk on up real nice. Keep your weapons on you. You take your weapons off, they'll take you for a fool and they'll kill you. So, keep your weapons on you. And just let them know real nice that we are here to help them help us.
I appreciate the advice.
You gotta frame it in the context of their survival.
Right. Well, we also happen to have all their children with us.
Yeah, you go leaning on that stick and that's gonna end real quick. Especially because their children have, he looks kind of back at all of them, and all of them are okay, but they're all
grown up a bit.
And yeah,
Yeah,
they all got the worst healthcare plan. That's what they got. So
America?
I don't know that word.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, you approach nice and openly, but with your weapons on you. That way you don't go making a fool of yourself. And then you tell them, we are here to help them help us.
Alright. So I'll go ahead and follow his advice. Just step right up to the tent.
You making a stealth check or anything?
Nope. Weapons on display, but not in my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Stepping forward far enough that I am clearly visible.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll call out, "Hey, in the camp!" And wait for a response.
Yeah, you see a goblin post up and it climbs up a ladder that you didn't see there and holds a crossbow out towards you. Here goes.
The humans. Well, those who I have your children.
Cocks the crossbow.
I brought them back to trade for the humans.
Trade?
We brought back your children. I need to talk to your leader.
You come round. Come round. Main gate.
All of us, or just me?
2 of you. Bring children.
Not yet. I need to talk to the leader first.
The thumb should go with you.
I agree. Latham?
Yeah, I was like, Hey,
God,
buddy, let me give you a few hints on how to talk persuasively. By a few hints, I mean here, take this D4. No, but seriously, guidance. Take a D4.
I gotcha.
So, the goblin who is up on that wall shouts something in goblinoid. Oh, actually, your earworms are still working. They're not expired yet. For a few hours you have them. He shouts down, "Boss! More stupid humans. They claim that this time they have the kids. Do we believe them?"
Excuse me, am I human?
You hear this deep voice.
I'm like a
Have
point
they
of looking.
shown them yet? No, they say they want to talk first. Did they talk with weapons? They have them. I will meet them at the gate. Okay, 2.
Did you catch all of that?
I mean, were they yelling? Were they talking loud enough for us to hear?
Yeah, they're shouting. Wallguard Goblin is not the smartest goblin.
I guess that's why Wallguard Goblin is Wallguard Goblin.
Right?
Do we recognize either the dialect or anything about this that it might be similar to the other goblins we've had, Sugar Boy or otherwise?
Yeah. Actually, roll me an intelligence check on that.
Can I help?
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
You don't need to.
I can if you want, but there's no going higher than that.
That earworm that's in your brain, well, your ear, has been feeding you a lot of subtext and clues into language. In fact, you're pretty sure you know Gith. Like, it just clicks now. But aside from that, you also do catch the nuances and the subtleties of how this one talks. And that is the exact same accent used by the goblins that had attacked Raisha.
Mr. Sugar Bomb.
My concern was if we just walk up with a bunch of old people, they won't believe that these are their children. That's why I need to talk first. I might have been a bit forceful about it, but I'm not used to talking with goblins.
We should have asked for something that the goblin children would have known. A name.
Still can.
Well, you can ask someone else now. Gate is northwest. Go there.
Nod. Do we want to ask the children if they have any information before we go?
Just ask a child or two what their name is.
Yeah. Get a few of their names.
Hey, Lolly, could you ask a few of the kids their names?
Sure. What's your name?
Grimble.
Grimble? Are you Timble?
I'm Vale.
Grimble Vile. That's a very pretty name for a goblin.
Alright, when we have about 5 names, I think it's time to...
Yeah, you get
Latham and I...
5.
A few names. Okay.
Yeah, so let's go on around to the northwest, he said.
Said northwest.
I guess we'll go up this way, huh?
You're taking the long way on that way.
Yeah, I figured. I didn't realize it went that far north because it's so dark. Stupid human eyes.
Bless these human eyes.
Yeah, as you get to the gate, you do see what appears to be a half-plate armored hobgoblin. He stands just at 5 feet tall, reddish skin. His teeth are well carved, and you can tell that they're actually carved and whittled because they can close perfectly. Most goblins, their mouth is a little too chaotic to actually close into an actual grin or expression without causing themselves pain. This one has formed his teeth. He has these orange eyes that burn with an intensity that just, it puts that fear of leadership behind them. His hair is a top knot, tied back black. And beyond that, he just looks stern and almost like he's fed up with both of you before even talking to you.
Normal goblin stuff.
pretty much. I'll leave most of the conversation to Latham. I am trained in persuasion, so I, if possible, I would like to occasionally back him up on things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But generally, I'll let him do the talking.
Last time you tried sneaking in. So.
Was that us?
Was that us? The thumb looks genuinely taken aback.
Knights of Imperatos, according to their creed.
Mm.
You are not them.
Oh, definitely not.
Oh. Yeah. No, not them. Sorry. Yeah, no, not getting up and mixed up in that any of that. Is Sugar Boy in by chance? We happened to run into him. I was hoping he'd be back here.
Sugar Bomb is back.
Good. Anyways, I'd like to say hi to him at some point. So, just to get kind of to the point, we happened to come across and even rescue your kids. Starts listing off a couple of the names. Like, these your kids, right? This is the right place?
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Because you're trying to persuade him to not be hostile.
Persuasion. 26.
Gives you a nod. Smart to learn their names. This is more trouble than almost any human or other has put into learning about us. How did you find them?
Yeah, so we found them in another realm of sorts.
Mirar Talvash.
You know it.
I moved us in there for safety against the storms. It was safe until we allowed the Wanderlust Guild to come and experiment.
Unfortunately, they've seemed to experiment a little too much. Your children are safe, but the Wanderlusts were not kind to them.
Gives this glare. How were they unkind?
Time has passed for these children far more than normal men.
That wasn't Wanderlust.
Oh, wasn't
that was the Revecool. Wanderlust is the map makers.
Yeah. That's the cleric that we saved.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, they were not the ones that messed with the
I don't
children.
have all my notes in front of me. I'm going with the...
You're fine.
No worries.
Everyone makes a tense clerical error when they're facing down a general.
It's not about what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
And you said it wrong. The end.
That's smoothly.
Said
What's wrong with that?
perma-blind bubble.
Yeah.
They were taken by the creature that lived in the depths.
Yes.
Its influence was very distressing to them, and time has taken a toll on them in that time. They have aged
Narrows his
beyond
eyes.
their years.
Would you bring one to the gate? And as a gesture, I will bring one human child.
That is
Latham,
reasonable. That is
Latham,
reasonable.
wait here. I will go get the first child. And I'll go and I'll bring... What was it, Gimbal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring her.
It's difficult
They?
to tell.
How dare you?
Goblins are really
Which is whichever is the most precocious of them.
right.
Yes.
Which one do we want to get rid of faster?
Well, whichever the one that is.
The biggest pain in the ass.
The one who was like, "Are we there yet?" 20 times during
Perfect.
the trip.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that has the most. Even though they will have aged, will have expressed enough of their own personality to be recognized.
Exactly. That is a wise move, Latham. So, Gary, you come back with Gimbal, and true to his word, the Hobgoblin General has now 4 goblins with him, in addition to a shaman and one of the children that was one of the Raisha orphans. The Raisha orphan is crying, but looks otherwise well kept.
I'll ask that child his name.
Tracy?
What? Okay.
Hi, Tracy. My name is Garret. Hopefully, we're going to be able to take you back to Raisha very soon, okay? So don't be afraid.
Okay.
I'll stand back up, nod at the hobgoblin.
From now on, you refer to me first. If my goblins assume that you are talking to a child before me, they could assume me weak, and I would have to prove them wrong. You don't want me to do that.
I do not. It was my ignorance. From now on, I will address you directly.
And now you know.
Yes. How do you prefer to be addressed?
I am War Chief Wakahona.
May I call you War Chief or Wakahana?
You may call me either or both. Thank
Understood.
you for your respect. And he gives a signal, and two of the goblins pull the child up as a token of goodwill. Take Tracy. Child is yours. Show us. Let the shaman inspect.
Lead forward, Gimbal.
And they peel back the hood, and you hear audible gasps from the goblins, and even the shaman takes a step back. And you hear it whisper, "What evil is this? This is no. Runs their hand over the child's hair.
How's the child acting?
Nervous because it's near a war chief.
But still, as the child has in years past.
Yeah.
Like itself.
Yeah. And you see the war chief stare at him and, "What is your name?" "Hey, Gimbal?" "Is that the soul?" And the shaman gives a nod. It is. This is Gimbal. This is our child. There is not much life left in Gimbal. And you see the goblin child start crying.
I look to Wakahana. If I may?
You may.
There is a healer who lives within Miratolvash. They are uncertain how to undo this, but they gave us some breadcrumbs to follow to possibly ask questions. I fully intend to do the research that they intimated might help, and I promise you, if we find any way to reverse this or extend their life, I would come back with the information and give it to you.
Human, you make more peace than the entire city of Raisha has in years with that gesture.
These are children. There's no reason they should ever have suffered.
I had to do what I had to do for my clan. We were already without homes. To be without our children, somehow worse. We will accept the trade. I would like to speak to you and your party in my war tent, if you don't mind.
I would be honored.
Gives a nod. Release all of the children to them. Offer the Knights Imperatos their first rations. We'll negotiate for them later. The goblins split off to go do their thing. When you are ready, my tent is just beyond the burnt tree.
Very well. I will go collect the rest of the children.
And our party.
Yes. I will leave that to you.
walking.
Yeah, so traveling by tape edit for that one. You guys
Hey,
do bring the children back. The shaman urges them into the sanctuary part of the war camp first, checks each one, but sure enough, all of the children, all of the orphans are returned to you. One by one, the trade happens, and you can tell that the goblins haven't abused these kids. They have actually treated them, outside of the fact that they were dragged off into the night and stored in cages. They weren't abused. They're scared, but there's no bite marks. There's no signs of abuse.
Let's make sure that they have what they need and reassure them that we will be leaving soon. And then collect whoever wants to go talk to the war chief and go talk to the war chief.
I believe he said whole party.
I think he wanted everyone. Although who's going to look after the kiddos?
Yeah, exactly. I want to make sure that the kids are taken care of primarily. But he said all who wanted, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, intern can take care of the kiddos for a little bit, right? Right? Good intern? Invisible
The
juggling.
invisible intern.
Invisible juggling.
Yeah.
I want to be there.
All right. Lolly, do you want to stay with kids or go in the goblin tent?
I'm totally staying with the kids.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
That's better.
Lolly, I'm going to grab you and position you right outside then.
Okay.
I think the rest of us are going there. You got this.
All good.
All right, let's go talk to the war
Council
chief.
time.
Doop-a-doop-doop-doo.
So, upon entering the tent, you notice that it has a low fire burning. There is a smoke flap on top of the tent, but it has been purposefully shut, causing the air to be somewhat caustic, and your eyes water a little bit when you walk in. The shaman sits cross-legged on the floor. Sugar Bomb sits on the floor rather uncomfortably, sweating.
Buddy.
Oh, you again. It's good to see.
Just a simple little nod. I don't want to upset War Chief, but just a simple little nod.
Yeah. The war chief, upon seeing the party enter, walks up. The children being aged presents a difficult quandary. They are running out of time. The shaman estimates they will not live past a year.
The medics at Admiral Tulvash told us 2 maximum, I believe.
They probably did not estimate the hardships of life of a goblin.
Fair. They're not of this world. The monster that did this to them is dead.
And that is good. I will not deny children their life, though. I am not a war chief who denies a child. There is an alliance we have kept with a force. Turns towards the shaman. Do you wish to speak of this? And the shaman just gives this big shake of his head and backs away. No. With the hatred of humans being standard towards goblins, we allied ourselves originally to the Yuan-Ti. They used us, but never repaid the debts. There is, however, one who is amenable, one who would uphold the debts. There is a sea witch on an island that, at one point in time, reincarnated me from being a goblin into this of what I am now. I would ask if all of you would like to forge an alliance and give some children another chance at life.
I'm happy to do whatever we can to help these children.
How do your companions and your underlings feel?
Underlings.
I agree.
Certainly, I would like to help with kids.
Whatever Lord Gary wants.
We can vouch for the one who stayed with the kids.
Latham's a little hesitant. My skills are useful in certain ways, though I will be honest in that my retainership is somewhat of a fee, and I'm currently hired for another. But this seems noble enough.
You won't be forced to do anything against your retainer. But whatever we can do to help, I promise we will.
I suppose I need to do some pro bono work on occasion.
I'll see that you are compensated as best I can, eh?
This is not an easy journey. There is an island to the south, Venetia. It is near Yuan-Ti territory, but I can give you colors that will blend you, an illusion that'll let you pass through their territory, if and when you are ready. The children have some time and would like to see their families first, of course. So if you have other things to do, do them by all means. But understand, I would like to offer these children the chance to be more than what they have been given.
Would you allow us a moment to send, to at least see that the human children are sent home? Fewer mouths for you to feed and fewer souls to be managed.
Again, I am extending a gracious hand. This is not a take or leave offer. This is an offer to forge a longer lasting peace. And he kind of stares at Sugar Bomb. Whereas I do not apologize for doing what I had to do to protect my people. There was no need to be so overzealous.
Right.
Absolutely. Give the children time. I look around at everybody. Give the children time to spend with their families. We will finish the tasks that we already have on our plate, and will return when we are prepared for the journey that you suggest.
Good.
Is there a way that we can contact you? Couriers or magic?
Pauses for a moment, looks at the shaman. The shaman looks up and just... The big blue fluffy one has a book. Smiles. I will return shortly. And with that, he walks out of the tent. And Lolly, this 5-foot-tall red hobgoblin in half plate, with a black hair, top knot, finely carved teeth, walks up, approaching you.
Hi, I'm Lolly.
Have you seen this girl?
Have you seen this girl?
I have not.
Okay.
Goes back to playing with kids.
Right. You can't have them.
I am not here for them. I am here because you apparently have a book.
Uh-huh.
I have a different kind of deal. But our shaman detected you. Knew that you are a pact. Part of someone who gives you powers. Correct?
Mm-hmm. That would be this girl, Molly. Have you seen her?
I have not, as I said before. I would like to offer you something.
Uh-huh.
A bit of knowledge. Would you summon your book?
Yes. Whoosh! I pull it out of my bag.
Very good. And he summons what first appears to be a mist-like blade covered in coral, and then it reforms into a pen. And he goes up to the book. If I may.
Uh-huh.
I am going to write my true name book.
Ooh.
When your group is ready, write to me, and it will come to me. He writes his name. And I actually need to send you his name.
Okay. Is it Stephen?
It is not.
Is it
God.
Joseph? Is it Kevin?
Nevik. It's just Kevin backwards.
Is it Nevik? Okay.
Understand, a true name is something that is not to be taken lightly. This has been my soul before this body, and it will be after this body.
Cool.
When you are ready, message me, and I will tell you where to find us.
I'm going to add it as an item.
Yeah.
And I can do that at will, or?
You can do that once per day.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to write down as names and tone. Cool. Thanks, Ozir.
I am War Chief here.
Thanks, War Chief here.
I was waiting for it. Oh.
You hear his teeth grating. You are very lucky.
How do I
that
pronounce
today...
that? Is it Azir or Azire?
The blade reappears. When
Oh,
I
that's saying
told
the
you
full thing.
to be careful
Okay.
with knowledge, I did not mean for you to discuss it in the open. If you need a lesson on how to hold your tongue, I will cut it out.
Understood. Sorry.
The blade goes back to mist. Grow up. Children need an example. And with that, he turns and walks back into the camp.
was nice meeting you.
A few minutes pass, and the shaman is just whispering things to the fire and keeping the fire tended. Meanwhile, Sugar Bomb is just kind of sitting there warming his half blown out hands on the fire, and occasionally still staring at Latham with that, like, oh man, kind of expression. And eventually the war chief walks back in. It is done. I have given the necessary contact information.
Perfect. And I look at the expression on his face and say, I apologize on her behalf.
That is a difficult person to deal with.
Yes. She is but a child. We are doing our best to help her understand.
Do better.
It is a very difficult task, as I'm sure you saw. But we will do our best.
If you ever raise a goblin child, I will believe that you understand what a difficult task is. Looks back, but I am grateful for what you have done today. You may tell the leaders of Raisha that we will negotiate for the release of the Knights of Imperatos.
Very well. I will pass along that message.
I will send a rider within the day.
Perfect.
We will not be here after today. But again, your thing knows how to message me.
Right. Well, do you plan to return to our Talvash? Because
No.
Good.
You
It's
never
slightly-
return to a base that has been compromised. That is an invitation of disaster.
Right, just wanted to make sure you weren't planning on going back there.
It is definitely dangerous right now.
It's more dangerous than it was before.
Alright. Let us gather our things and be on our way. Get the children back to their family. Well, get back to their orphanage. Thank you.
Thank you. You, again, this is not common of outsiders to help. It will be remembered.
I've seen what neglect can do to communities. I do not allow it to happen where I can help.
I wish you luck with your communities.
Good day, War Chief.
Gives you a nod and a little bit of a bow of respect.
I return the gesture slightly deeper.
Gives a nod. And you understand. You'll go far. Assuming that thing outside doesn't get you killed. Good luck.
Good luck with the move.
Come. Let us leave them to their business, and so we can get about ours.
Yes.
And with that, guys, I think tonight is this is probably a good spot to wrap up, with next game getting back to Raisha, getting rewards, and
We saved the children!
deciding what you want to do next.
Are we going to go straight back to Rice, or are we going to go drop off the thing at the gate?
How many children do we have?
You have 10 children with you.
We're
How
going
How far is the main road?
There isn't really a main road out of Raisha. Like, there's travel paths for sure, but it's not overly developed. Would that be the correct term? Give me 1 second.
I appreciate it's like, no, we're not going to celebrate the win. We're going to talk logistics.
Mostly, I'm thinking about things like, should we send somebody with the device to set up by the gate while the rest of us sally forth? Or by heading toward Raisha, are we going to pass the horned gate regardless?
I think the Horn
by
Gate
head-
is north.
The Horned Gate is actually to the west. It is about a 2-mile journey. Well, a 2.4-mile journey. It is relatively easy terrain because you are out of the swamplands and grass and farmland. Again, that is supposedly guarded, as you well know, as implied by the individual who gave you the device, that the Knights of Imperatos would probably be on the lookout for people nearby that didn't belong there. So taking 10 children with you is probably not the brightest idea, but you could try.
No, that was mostly what I wanted to know because I don't have all of my. I left a lot of my notes back in Costa Rica.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. And that one was like, I think I gave that to you guys back in like game 5 or 6,
was
like a
wild.
long ass time
It
ago.
was a while ago.
Yeah,
Dust off those archives.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I only brought a couple of things that I brought my dice.
It was before Latham joined the group.
Yeah.
Well, Bob, hey, that's an awfully nice boss battle you got there going on, Bob. Would be a shame if I just charmed it.
No, actually, that was not a boss battle. That was an optional boss. And that would have been scary because I started off by permanently blinding one person and half blinding another. So it would have been worse.
No, thank you.
Always get worse.
You know, when the evil entity, well, it's not truly evil, but it is corrupted at least.
It's corrupted.
When the entity tells you like, hey, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Let's do it anyway.
I was thinking that like the thing that nobody here likes and is scared of is telling us not to open that thing.
Right. Like,
That
don't
should-
do that.
Like on the cusp of panic.
Right. Right. Oh
should
my
be,
god.
should be concerning.
Oh god.
I mean, part of me was like, it might be concerned because the thing in there might annihilate it, which it doesn't want, but either way.
Yeah, no.
Not
so
good.
again, it was that thing that like, yeah, if they wake one of those up, that's gonna be fun. And then I realized like, what happens if they wake all of them up? Well,
At the same time.
Leroy Jenkins.
You've got, and that was my moment of like, well, you've got multiple demonic entities in there. They got a res coming, just not the kind they want.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone gets a level of Warlock.
Again,
A lot of nope there.
Oh man.
whole lot of noping going on.
Oh,
All right, guys.
Warlock.
So tentatively, we will plan for December the 5th. And if 2 people have to cancel, we will take a break and just hang out and chat and do random stuff. Otherwise, I will see you all December 5th. Stay safe and have a good night.
Sounds
You
good.
too.
For